entertainment, the people watching.
Cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Come on, let's get stinking rich. Smell you later. Smells like money. Five free plays awarded. That smells wild. It doesn't get any better than that. Smells like a big one. Five times multiplier. It's raining cash. You gotta play to win.
Hey everybody, how's it going? And welcome to the first game of the Happy Hour broadcast. We're about to get into some Lucky 4 bingo, so definitely get enrolled and try and get a chance at it. Only about 30 seconds left to do so. But I am one of your co-hosts, John, and this is the other co-host,
Will.
That's right, and we are live right now on PilotTV, the Pilot Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, and on the Twitch app too. Our channel name on both of those places is MegaSota, so be sure to check us out on all of those streaming platforms, leave a message, and we will send you out a little bit of Pilot Games luck. But of course, we are getting right into this next game. Let's see if we can get a chance at the Mega, Major, or Mini jackpots. Off the bat, we have to get it in 5 balls to win. Let's see, that's the first ball going down. We have to be perfect now, 3 balls away. Not going to look like we're going to get a chance at the Mega, but we still have the Major and Mini on the line. We're going to have to go to 2 balls. Not going to happen for the Major, but we still can get the Mini jackpot. Looks like we have to be, okay, we actually have a little bit of a lead up. We have to be perfect now. We got a couple players. Not going to do it this time either. Moving on to the must-go prize. But, of course, you guys might be watching this game of Lucky 4 Bingo on some awesome Pilot TVs because we just sent them out to a lot of new locations, and I'm going to let you shout some of them out.
Oh, yeah, you guys might be watching over at the Rusty Duck 2, Happy Hour Madison, Toppers, Windrift Lounge, Westfield Golf Club, Eagles Austin, Maple View Lounge 2, the Cree Bar and Grill, Bobby Joe's, the Bar and Grill, American Legion Fridley, Municipal Liquor Store Eagle Bend, as well as VFW Eagle Bend. So congratulations to all those locations getting those shiny new Pilot TVs. We hope you guys have a little bit of extra luck on these upcoming games of Game Day Bingo.
100%. But, of course, we do have players only 1 ball away trying to get at this must-go prize. We'll have to wait and see who can take it away. But even though we didn't give out jackpots just to start off the Happy Hour broadcast, we did give out a pretty good amount of jackpots yesterday on that awesome Monday. That made us 26 jackpots for the rolling week and 282 jackpots for all of season 12. But we do have Kalen and Brenchenden, both of them splitting up the must-go prize. Nice job to both of you. But, of course, we do have some of those jackpots to go in from yesterday. We had 4 winners, so definitely a pretty eventful one. Starting it off, it was none other than Devoided over at Roadside, winning $918. Then we had Policy Man over at Neeson's Gaylord, winning $1,630. Then we had Rude Dog over at Eagles Rochester, taking away $9,276. And then rounding off the night, it was Angry Bear over at Carboni's Pizza Northfield, winning $719. Not too shabby for those jackpots yesterday. Nice job to everybody winning. Devoided Policy Man, Rude Dog, and Angry Bear all taking home some jackpots yesterday.
Oh yeah, those were some very emotional animals out there yesterday.
Yes, 100%. It was a roller coaster of emotions.
Oh yeah.
But of course, we do have a brand new eTab game coming out, and it is a really, really cool one.
Oh yeah, this one is called Bounty Hunter, and you guys can collect lucky horseshoes to try the Bonanza bonus, or you guys can even try your luck to pick a lucky door in the Saloon Door bonus. And yeah, everyone knows, like, Western themes, they're definitely up there, so it's definitely one you guys want to check out, and that's going to be coming to your guys' iPads on Thursday. And if you guys want to see a preview of that eTab game, go give us a like and follow on our Facebook page. You just got to search up Pilot Games, and you'll see our logo. That way, you'll also be able to see weekly bingo schedules, event details, reminders, player pictures, and so much more, including those previews of those eTabs when they're about to release. You guys can also click the website link on our Facebook page to see our link tree that has links to bar locations, all of our social media, and so much more.
100%. Definitely check us out on Facebook. We got a lot of stuff going on there, so definitely check it out. But of course, we do have a lot of other stuff going on this week and every day of the week. Starting it off every single day from 12 to 1, we got that lunch hour bingo happening. And it is Vikings bingo, the 25-cent cards. During that time, no matter what the prize is at, you can win that jackpot in 52 balls or less to win. Definitely some nice chances at that. But right afterwards, we got more game day bingo, the 50-cent cards rolling from 1 to 4 p.m., starting off the day right. The minor, major, and mega, it's all the same stuff going on in this, so definitely keep your eyes out for the 50-cent cards rolling around from 1 to 4 p.m. for game day bingo. But of course, we got some more game day bingo we're getting into right now, and we got a whole lot of it going on until 6.
Oh yeah, we started off this happy hour stream with that first game of Lucky 4 bingo right at 4 o'clock, where we sadly were unable to get that $36,000 jackpot. But not to worry, after these 23 games of game day bingo, you guys will be getting a second shot at that at 6 o'clock. During these games of game day bingo, it looks like you guys will be going after this minor. It must have gone out a bunch of times during those 1 to 4 times. It's looking like it's going to be at $85 that you can take home in 58 balls or less. That major prize starting us off at $747. You take home a 49 balls or less, and that mega prize is currently sitting at $10,000, and you guys can take that home in 45 balls or less. But right after we get done with this, going on from 6 to about 6:40, and then again from 8:30 to 10, you guys are going after some Skull Bingo $1 cards. During those times, you guys will be going after a line prize, starting off the day at $51. You guys can always take that home in 10 balls or less. That large train prize, starting the day off at $563. You guys can always take that home in 43 balls or less. And that coverall prize definitely been climbing quickly. It's currently sitting at $43,826. And you guys can always take that home in 50 balls or less.
Awesome stuff. Skull Bingo's looking pretty good tonight, so definitely try and get a few games of those in. But of course, we do have that MegaSota game night rolling around like it does every single Tuesday. Tonight it's starting off at 6:40, and then we got a whole ton of PGL action unfolding until then. But during that time, a lot of PGL games are going on, and at the end of the night, we have an awesome grand finale of the Jackpot Jungle game. On that one, in 54 balls or less for the coverall jackpot, you could take home $36,585 before anyone even gets enrolled into the game. So it's going to end up looking a lot bigger than that. So definitely get enrolled for that one. Always a fun one to try and get at that huge jackpot. But tomorrow night, we got another PGL specialty night to get into. It is TwinsWinsDay. It goes from 7 to 9 like it does every single Wednesday. So definitely try and get a chance on those PGL games as well. They include some awesome high and low tournament games that are always a lot of fun. It's where the biggest loser wins the same prize as the biggest winner. So, if you don't feel like your luck is going quite your way, then maybe that's the game for you. But we do have a lot of awesome prizes going on around this game. We do have the must go at $22.90. The minor is at $79 and 58 balls or less to win. So actually looking like pretty nice chances. That major jackpot is over $1,700 and 49 balls or less to win. And of course the mega is still sitting at 10 grand and 45 balls. But of course, MegaSota game night tonight at 6:40, and then TwinsWinsDay tomorrow from 7 to 9. A couple good PGL chances to get, and there it is, the minor jackpot going out. Nice job.
Oh, yeah. We got Mixter over at Lobo's Bar and Grill taking on that $79 minor prize. Good job to you, Mixter, right at the last ball, too.
100%. Definitely not a too shabby minor to grab right there. $79 going straight to Mixter. Awesome, awesome stuff. Right off the first game, too. But we do have some national days to get into, and it looks like we have 5 national days to get into, so that's pretty cool. But starting it off, it is a World Day. It is World Tourism Day. This day on September 27th shines a spotlight on the benefits of tourism. Besides adding economic value to communities, tourism adds social, political, and cultural value. In essence, tourism helps all countries to build a better future.
Oh, yeah. I definitely like all those like fun tourism spots, like going to see the Spoon Bridge and Cherry and stuff like that. That was fun.
Yeah, 100%. It's always cool seeing like local things going on, and Minnesota has a wealth of those things too.
Oh, yeah.
What's your favorite like random tourist location in the U.S. that you've been to?
There's I'm not sure if it's still there in California, but they had like this giant like dinosaur park. And they have it in other states too, so it's not like that big of a deal. But I just always like seeing them where they would just take like old like rusted metal or something like that, and they would just turn into like sculptures of dinosaurs.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I think we have one in Michigan that I want to go check out. And yeah, those are always really fun.
100%. That's definitely a pretty cool one. I think my personal favorite for like just random roadside attraction I went to. Man, I don't really know. I think maybe whatchamacallit. There was this convenience store I went to. Like I forget what state it was in, but I was just on the road and we went into it. And it was like themed around only like bacon stuff, and it was awesome. It was really really cool.
That sounds
they
awesome.
like bacon toothpaste. They had bacon like everything. They had bacon drinks, bacon ice cream. It was crazy. It was really crazy in there. Bacon
that
jelly
sounds
beans.
amazing. Oh yeah, I remember my mom used to get my brother all of those little like gag gifts like that for like Christmas and stuff. Like always going in the stocking because he liked bacon a lot.
Yeah.
And so it was always just like bacon gum or something like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
It'd always just be like the weirdest thing, just like found, just like bacon flavored.
Oh yeah, 100%. No, it's definitely one of those just novelty little item things. It's always so funny seeing those bacon flavored things.
Oh yeah.
But of course, maybe we'll look up a couple like biggest tourist spots in the U.S.
Yeah. I think we might have gone to one.
Yeah,
I think Mall of America might be up there.
Yeah, I think Mall of America definitely is at least top 10.
But like, I feel like a lot of the national parks and stuff are definitely going to get listed above that because we have so many.
Yeah, I feel like I personally would probably put them above just because like I feel like they're more unique than like going to a mall. But I mean, Mall of America it's one of the top 10 biggest malls in the world though.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a pretty big deal to go to. Let's see. The 25 most visited tourist spots in the U.S. Okay, we're starting off with number 1.
Okay.
We'll go all the way to number 10. Oh, there's some pretty cool ones, actually. Okay. Yeah, there's a decent top 10, I guess. What's just outside of it? Balboa Park, Disney. Oh, just Animal Kingdom and Disney.
Okay, dang.
Wow.
So
Epcot and Disney.
What, like down here, this is where we're going to see, like, okay, there's
Great
national
Smoky Mountains. Wow.
We're going to see, like, Griffith Park Observatory down towards, like, the 15s, I'm guessing.
Like, a few.
Venice Beach, that's huge.
A few of the just individual parks from Disney are in the top, like, 20. That's crazy.
And it's just, like, the parts of Disney World.
Yeah, Epcot honestly should be in the top 10. That's, like, the best part of Disney. I feel like.
Right now, everyone's, like, probably putting Galaxy's Edge over that.
Oh, like, isn't that in Magic Kingdom?
I think so. It's part of, like, the Star Wars area.
Yeah. That might be in the Hollywood Studios.
It might be.
Yeah, I'm not too sure where they have that.
I haven't been to Disney World. Only Disneyland.
Oh, yeah. Disney World is a lot of fun. Disney World's really cool.
Yeah.
I've never been to Disneyland, though.
Disneyland's a lot of fun.
Nice,
But,
nice.
yeah, see, we have the exact opposites here.
Yep, exactly.
Man. We don't even know what it was like for each other.
No, not at all. But of course, the top 10 is looking pretty cool though, because it's starting it off with the Faneuil Hall Marketplace. That sounds pretty cool. I've never heard of it, to be honest, but they have 18 million people visiting per year. I guess that's because it's close to Harvard.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense.
There's 49 shops, 18 restaurants and pubs.
Maybe something happened in here. Like, this looks like a part of the scene in Good Will Hunting.
Yeah.
So they're probably taking pictures. That looks like where they had lunch.
Yeah, it is in Boston too, to be honest. So it's
Yeah.
probably like a really, really big place to just like go through.
Oh yeah.
Like probably in the middle of like the city and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Let's see, Disneyland Resort. That's number 9. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
be
they had to
honest.
put the whole resort though.
Yeah, very, very true. Oh, do they have individual parks?
I think they have different sections.
Okay.
Yeah, but like,
So
I don't think
do you
they
have to
call
get
them
different
different
tickets to like go there though?
no, I'm pretty
Okay,
sure it's just
okay.
like one thing.
But before we go further, we do have Iron Horse and Mixter. Iron Horse is playing over at Zato Zorbaz, and Mixter is playing over at Lobo's Bar. Both of them splitting up the Musco with 36-90. Nice job to you two. But yeah, so with Disney World, it's like you actually like have to go, like they shuttle you to the different parks because
Yeah.
you're so far away from each other.
I was gonna say the only experience I really have is like I would get in for free because my uncle used to work there.
Yeah.
So like I never really knew about like having to pay for a different ticket or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I haven't like really gone since, so I have no idea what they're doing now.
Yeah, I think Disneyland, it's just like like you get everything when you go. I think it's just
Yeah.
like it's one area that you go into.
Yeah.
But I mean, whatchamacallit, they do have a couple different things than Disney World, though. I do know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
It's like
it's
500 acres. It
yeah,
said.
that's
wow.
pretty awesome. But it is number 9 on the list, so that's pretty good. Let's see. Number 8 is Lincoln Park in Chicago. It was originally known as Lake Park until 1865 when John Wilkes Booth assassinated Lincoln. Beside Lake Michigan, Lincoln Park is located in one of the most affluent areas of Chicago.
Wow. Before we actually found out the name, I was thinking it might have been possibly associated with Lincoln Park.
You know,
but
maybe
had
they
to-
were giving a little honor to Chester Bennington. You never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
I was gonna say you don't really. Yeah.
Very true. I mean, that would have been awesome, to be
Yeah.
honest. But that kind of took me out of left field. That
I
was
wouldn't
pretty
have thought
funny.
about that.
Yeah,
Although
no,
it's literally Lincoln.
Well,
but,
yeah,
like,
no, it's Lincoln, but it's just the way they described it. It's
Yeah.
just like, oh, it was originally known as Lake Park until 1865 when Lincoln was killed. And I was just like, okay, guys, hold on. You're supposed to give like Newsweek. Come on, just getting a little tense in here. But of course, up next, Magic Kingdom is at number 7. I mean that's a pretty big one, to be honest.
Yeah, because it's like isn't Magic Kingdom like the OG part of
Yeah.
Disney World?
Yeah. No, it's like the original. I think Magic Kingdom and MGM's like studios. I think
Yeah.
that's the two biggest, or not the two biggest, but the two original ones. At
Yeah,
least.
and then like I'm pretty sure it went like maybe Epcot after that.
I'm not too
don't
sure,
know.
to be honest. Whatchamacallit, that'd be fun to see. But Magic Kingdom, it is one of the I think the original one. And it is insane. Like it is crazy how much foot traffic it gets. Like it's literally like packed in there.
Oh yeah.
Like it's ridiculous. Like
I
sometimes
heard it's like
you-
parked in all parts of the park at all times.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, you could literally be walking down one of the main streets in Magic Kingdom, and sometimes it would come to a standstill with the amount of people just there. You know what I mean? Like there'd be traffic jams.
Oh
It was
yeah, because
crazy.
it'll be like just some random like person having to stop with their kid,
Mm-hmm.
or like people are going to Disney World with like kids that like won't be able to experience it at all, so they'll have like kids in strollers and stuff, and it's like, dang, it's like the triple wide.
Yeah,
so it's like,
seriously.
oh yeah,
Yeah, no, they always act like they own the road. There's this one dude pushing through people with an empty stroller. And I was like, why are you using and honestly, it would low-key be worse if it had a kid in it, to be honest. You're just using your kid as like a human
as
shield.
a battering ram.
Literally, yeah. Oh my goodness.
Oh wow.
Oh man, no, it was the people did that a lot though.
Yeah, people are something else. I feel like the second if I saw the stroller was like empty, I might just like not move.
Literally, just push it over.
Yeah,
just like get out of the way, man.
Yeah.
Oh my
Put like a
goodness.
stick in the spokes.
Yeah, seriously, yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, it was annoying though, but it was crazy because like part of the traffic was just all the people like spilling out from the rides, waiting in
Oh,
line,
man.
and like some people were just like waiting for like food and like things different like that, and spilling out into the streets.
So it's just like lines that just end up forming.
Yeah,
throughout
it
there.
was insane. And then there was just all the people just trying to get through. And when I say a street, it's a street. Like it is literally that big. There's just millions of people there at a time. It's insane. Oh,
like
my
Disneyland
goodness.
was packed for its size, but that's because it's like so much smaller.
I wonder how many people can all the parks at once fit? Because I never really thought of
don't
how
know.
many people they can fit.
So I guess you'll look up Disney World total max capacity. I'm gonna look up Disneyland's entire mass.
Okay. So Disney World. So the absolute maximum capacity is 320,000 people. Epcot can get up to 110,000. Hollywood Studios and Animal Kingdom are around 60,000. I wonder how big Magic Kingdom is then. But before we go further, we do have Brent Brent Ashton over at Clive's Roadhouse Rogers taking away that must go of 1650. Nice job to you, Brent.
Yeah. I'm looking to when they first started going back to where it says 85,000.
Wow. That's pretty crazy. That's bigger than Animal Kingdom in Hollywood Studios. That's that would be one of the bigger parks at not Magic Kingdom, at Disney World for sure. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Let's see. I wonder.
Okay.
Magic Kingdom.
I was seeing how big Knott's Berry Farm was compared to that. That's another park that's in California. They're actually connected to the Cedar Point company.
That's pretty cool.
That's like 29,000. I thought it might be like roughly same size.
Yeah.
Dang.
Well, I guess Disney's on a different level, I guess.
Especially Disney World.
Yeah, very true.
Disney World, that is crazy.
So Epcot is actually the biggest one. That's 110,000, with Magic Kingdom estimated to have around 100,000, which is funny because Magic Kingdom is the much more popular one, with Epcot being not. Honestly, it's like I'd say it's a lot less popular based on like how not packed it's been when I've been there.
Yeah.
Like, because I remember one time
like Epcot like a big like area to go like when you're more like an adult than anything else.
Kind of. There's a lot of stuff to do for
foods
kids
around the
there.
world.
But the thing is that there's not as many attractions, I guess. There's not as many like exciting rides as there are in the other ones, I would say. So I'd say probably for that reason, yeah. But there's still like so many cool things there. Like it's awesome. Like whatchamacallit. I remember we went to Magic Kingdom once on me and my family, and we walk in. It's like craziness. That was the day there was the traffic jam in the middle of the street, and we were just like, this sucks, you know. And so like we went back to this like start, and we would talk to the customer service people, and we were like, can we like just switch our like passes to a different park? And they were like, yeah, like you can totally do that, because like just
they don't want all that many people in there either.
Exactly, because that's the thing.
Hazard.
Like there were so many people in Magic Kingdom. They were like, yeah, dude, like we can probably just sell another ticket to Magic Kingdom in today then, you know. And then they like whipped us over to Epcot instead.
It's like we're gonna sell another Magic Kingdom ticket, or even 5 of them in the next 2 minutes.
Yeah, seriously.
There are people in line right now. They can switch tickets.
Yeah, exactly.
And actually, that's kind of nice that you were able to do that.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it could have been a hassle.
Yeah, exactly. And then they whipped us over to Epcot, and it was like it was so nice. It was so full and free, and there was like not that many people there. It was awesome. There was like not many waits for any of the rides. It was crazy. Like Epcot is definitely the place to go if you're going to Disney. Like it's always the nicest place. Just like you were saying with the around the world with the countries, that was one of my favorite things to do when I'm there. Wow. Just all the different foods and stuff. Most of the countries have rides too. Mexico's ride is really cool.
Okay.
Norway's ride used to be cool.
I was really excited when I thought that, like, potentially, I really think that, like, doing the drinks around the world there would be pretty fun.
No, it would be awesome.
And then even, like, doing, like, the rides from different sections. Like, I feel like that'd probably be my favorite part of Disney, except for Galaxy's Edge. I want to see that Star Wars stuff so bad.
I wonder where...
Like, just the concept of seeing, like, a life-size Millennium Falcon seems really cool to me.
Let's see where it is in
Although
Disney's world.
the building of the lightsabers is kind of lame there. You have to make, like, a... apparently, you have to like do like a reservation and stuff like that, and it's like $200 just to build it.
Wow. Yeah, it used to not be. I guess the lightsabers are probably a lot nicer now.
It's more of an experience too, because like so you have to pay for the experience of doing it.
Oh yeah,
it's like you have to make a reservation for the time and everything. Yeah. So you can't just go in and do like, oh, we're doing the lightsaber workshop while we're here. It's like, oh, we've planned 6 months ahead so we can build lightsabers here. Yeah, no, that's pretty crazy to be honest. That's a lot of money. Okay, so the Galaxy's Edge is in Hollywood Studios. Okay.
Yeah, that's where they had the initial Star Wars stuff when they had the first ride. Because I was there when they started building everything, and the first ride was really cool. I don't think I've been there since they rebranded it as Galaxy's Edge though.
I see.
But yeah, no, the first ride is really cool. That's when you're like. But like you're a rogue, like rebel on like the Millennium Falcon or whatever. Yeah. And that one was fun. That one was really cool.
Isn't there like a place to like live right on like Disney World like property?
I think so. I think there's apartments. Yeah,
that's interesting.
And I think the workers get first dibs though.
Yeah.
Disney apartments.
I thought I remember they had like houses or condominiums or something along there.
Yeah, I think they do actually have like a full selection of apartments and stuff. That's crazy.
Wow.
It doesn't honestly seem like that expensive considering
What you're getting.
Yeah, but before we go further, we do have Meh 69 over at Titan Sports Saloon taking away the must-go of 21.90. Nice job to you, Meh. Not a bad win. It's a pretty Meh win. Because Meh won it. Nice job. But, of course, we are getting into this very next game of Game Day Bingo. We only got a couple minutes left to get into it, but we got the minor now switching up to 58 balls. We got the major at 49 balls to win, and the mega is now sitting at 10 grand and 45 balls or less to win. But we were talking about apartments and stuff in Disney, and it honestly looks like they have houses, like straight-up houses that you can rent too. Okay.
Wow.
This looks like a hotel, like resort.
Yeah, like there's like whole like random people there.
It can't be that cheap. This has to be like a rent thing. Interesting.
That is not a
Okay.
hotel.
This is an apartment.
Yeah, that's an apartment
Okay.
building, but that's on like
Wow,
Disney
this
property.
is such a nice community pool.
That's not a community pool. They planted palm trees back
That's
there.
crazy. Look at that. That's a clubhouse for sure.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Oh, yeah.
Clubhouse, business center.
And a business center. I wonder if it's like a different thing other than the clubhouse. That would be insane.
And they're dog and cat friendly.
Wow. This is crazy. This not that I mean like they're ranging from like 1,400 to like 3,500 a month. Like and honestly
And it
like
all just goes around the perimeter of Disneyland.
yeah, that's hilarious. That would be awesome to live that close
Yeah.
to Disney.
I was thinking that there's like I thought Disney World like had actual properties.
Oh, there's places that have bowling alleys in their clubhouse. Oh my goodness. That would be awesome. To have a little bowling alley at your like apartment clubhouse. That'd be super sweet. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, no, I mean that's pretty affordable considering where you're staying, to be honest. Like $1,600 a month for like probably like a 2-bedroom. Like that's not bad.
Golden Oak is a residential community inside Disney World where you can buy a home if you have the funds to do so.
That's so cool. Did you know you could stay in the castle?
Oh yeah, don't you just have to have like? Isn't there like also some like hidden restaurant that's in Disney World where it's like in one of the balconies of one of like the fake houses?
I wouldn't
and
be.
you
So,
can, like,
there's so
see in
many
it.
fake things that they have. It's
Yeah.
hilarious.
There's like a hidden restaurant where you have to like be like a club member or something like that to access, and then from there, even then, the food's still like ungodly expensive.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Man, that is insanity. Man, I honestly though like how expensive is the castle thing? Because I wouldn't be opposed to it if it was like a few $100 or something.
Yeah.
How expensive is
Luxury custom single family homes in Disney Golden Oak.
Man, that would be awesome. Golden Oak, is that what the community's called?
Neighborhoods. They have Carrollwood, Kimball Trace,
Oh.
Kingswell. They have a club. It's a private social and recreational club.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Okay, here it is. Buying a night in the wow. So the vacation package is $10,644. Wait,
Do you see one that says something about $40,000 for
Yeah.
a one-night stay?
wow. So that might be the real price, to be honest.
But it says it could.
Interest. I wonder which one it is.
That's got to be like a package or something.
40 grand. I don't know.
Yeah.
40. Yeah, I feel like it would come with a package. Like you would get like the princess
You're-
breakfast. You would get like all the things that come with it.
Yeah, and then like you got to get like free drinks
Yeah,
for your time there.
You gotta get like a season pass for the year too. Like
Man,
come on.
I don't. That's crazy.
Like I feel like if you're doing that, like you got to give them the full like
So like if you buy a house in like Disney Golden Oak, do you just get like a lifetime pass? You're like on property already.
I feel like you should. I feel like it's only right that you
and
do.
it comes with a touch of Disney magic.
Man, what? That's pretty cool. That's pretty
just-
cool if each was like each had like themed over like a character or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, 40 grand for a one night stay.
Mm-mm.
Wow. Oh wait. So the Cinderella Castle suite cannot be booked. It's by invite or via winning a contest only. So there's rumors that Disney has turned down large sums of money to book the suite. Oh. I see. So, and because there's so many stupidly rich people,
It's
like
just
people guess that
no.
it's probably just always fully booked. Just because like
Yeah.
there's like it's a stupid amount of money you would have to like put up
Someone
to get their
would
attention.
Like, yeah, to get attention. Yeah.
Especially get Disney's attention. Like 40
Wow.
grand probably. There's like whatever.
Yeah.
But we do have a winner. It is none other than Bob over at Pine Island Liquor Store, taking away $23.30. Nice job to you, Bob. But yeah, no, that's hilarious though. That is super super funny.
Wow.
It's cool though, to be honest. Like, I definitely wouldn't pay 40 grand to stay a night there though.
No, it's not cool enough to like. And honestly, it's not even like my style or anything like
no,
that.
it just looks like it.
Like, and
a
even like
Disney,
saying I
like-
stayed in like Cinderella's castle. It's not. I don't know. I feel like that's not like cool enough to be like.
No.
I'd want to shell out 40 grand for that. Like showing out 40 grand to be like.
There's so many
I
cooler
got to.
things.
I got to fly in a Black Hawk helicopter and shoot the minigun.
Well, dude, like
paying
hold
40
up.
grand for something like that, I might do that.
Is it to? You might be able to climb Mount Everest. Yeah. So you might be able to climb Mount Everest for around 45 grand is the average.
Yeah, you just gotta find like the right Sherpa that can help take you up.
Yeah, I think you have to like be able to just kind of get all the good deals and stuff.
Because you have to pay to be at. Because there's only like a couple days a year that they can actually be like
With the
at
weather is
camp
good
at the
enough.
bottom, and then there's only like a couple days to do an actual climb.
Yeah. Man, that'd be cool though. See, like I would rather spend 40 grand on something like that. You
I
what
don't
I'm
know.
saying?
I don't know. Climbing Everest is.
I would totally climb Mount Everest. Like if I ever had the ability, like if the opportunity was like right in front of me, where like somebody was like, all right, I got your job covered, everything's covered, you just have to climb up on the plane and we got to go. I'd be like, yeah, like I would do it.
Even like I'm not in shape,
Yeah.
so I don't think I could ever be like in a shape.
Oh no, yeah, you
to,
have to train. Like even in shape people have to train.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
you have to train for like
Because there's not.
how-
It's like the loss of oxygen. And it's crazy. I don't know. I could never do that.
Yeah, no, it is pretty crazy. Like
I think I'd much rather go skydiving.
Yeah, skydiving would be really good. It's a lot cheaper too.
Yeah, much cheaper and
Yeah, so most people will need to train specifically for their climb of Mount Everest for at least a year. On average, probably like 6 to 9 months.
okay.
Yeah. So I mean, like honestly, 6 to 9 months to get in shape, that's not that bad.
No.
Like if you like got like you were like, all right, 9 months, like we can get you on like a fitness regimen for free, and then like take you out to Mount Everest for free. Would you do it?
I would need to spend like all of my life in a rock climbing gym.
Yeah.
For that 6 to 8 months, like sleeping in there.
Yep.
No.
Well, I don't
No.
know. I mean, like it's just like a normal like training regimen probably, just to get in shape to be able to like handle the climb. Because they have specific like climbing like routes that people take that are safe.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know. It's just walking like, and then there's like what's on the route. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
I am definitely stepping over something right now.
Yeah, true. No, that is a good
That's, like, the
point.
big
You're
part of
probably
it.
there's probably a lot of people still up there.
Yeah, because they do not do rescue crews.
No.
They don't bring people.
It's impossible.
No, yeah, they don't bring
It's
people
more
back
dangerous.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah, so and also like so I'd feel kind of bad if I was just like up there
True.
forever.
True. Yeah.
Just a William popsicle.
Yeah.
looking
Seriously.
like looking like
So-
what's his name at the end of The Shining? when he's
Yeah,
just sitting in
literally.
the
Yeah,
cold?
yep. Jack Nicholson when
Jack
he's just
Nicholson.
sitting there.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, 100%. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I would still do it though. I feel like
It'd
that's
be really cool. It'd be more cool to say that you climbed Everest than to say that you stayed in the Disney Cinderella's
100
castle.
Yes, 100%.
God, if someone told me they spent 40 grand to stay in Cinderella's castle, I'd be like, I would have rather stayed at a Quality Inn for $80.
Seriously, yeah. I would have rather went and stayed somewhere for like a month.
If it came down to it, I'd rather have slept in my car.
Yeah. Yeah, see, I mean, dude, like,
It's Florida.
yeah,
It's
like,
not that. It's
what
not gonna
can
get too cold.
You could go and do something crazy for a month and have a great time for like a whole month.
Oh,
for 40 grand.
For 40 grand, you could.
You could just like live in like Chicago for a month or
For
something.
40
like that.
grand, you could be Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, seriously, yeah. You
Yeah.
can just go somewhere, have a great time for a month, and then just come back, like have probably the best vacation ever.
Yeah, and then just have like the craziest season of your life.
Yeah.
exactly.
Exactly. I mean, see, I don't know.
Yeah,
So
for 40 grand for like one night.
for those of you that were thinking about buying the Cinderella room, you're welcome.
Yeah, hopefully we can steer
Yeah,
steer
we're
you
looking out
away
for you.
for shelling out potentially 50 grand.
Yeah, seriously. Oh my goodness,
Oh,
it's so
man.
funny. But we were talking about tourism in the U.S.
Oh, yeah.
And whatchamacallit, I think. Oh, this is a different top 10. But before we get into the actual top 10, we do have the Six Yags crew, Triple T. Six Yags crew is playing over Upper Deck Sports Bar, and Triple T is playing over at VFW Spring Lake Park. Nice job to the both of you guys, splitting up the must-go at $22.20. Just shy of that minor jackpot. But if you would have played this upcoming game, you actually would have hit it because it is now moving up to 62 balls or less to win. So keep that in mind. But so the top 10 actual attractions, though, is we were talking about tourism.
Yeah.
It's the White House in Washington, D.C., so that makes sense. 9 is the Denali National Park.
Okay.
Number 8 is the Las Vegas Strip.
I would have placed that a little higher.
Yeah, Las Vegas.
I feel like the
yeah.
Statue of Liberty in Las Vegas probably sees more people than the Statue of Liberty in New York.
Okay, I feel like people just will take the excuse to go to Las Vegas instead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you ask someone, oh hey, do you want to go visit New York City for a business trip, or do you want to go to Las Vegas for a business trip? People are like,
It's like,
Las Vegas.
why is
Like,
a
come
business
on.
trip in Vegas? Because
Yeah.
nothing's getting done.
Not at all. Not at all. My grandpa went on a lot of business trips to Vegas.
Yeah.
His boss
where you,
loved
where you
it.
somehow leave with
Oh
less
no,
money.
he would be able to they would let him take his wife, and so my grandma would be able to go all the time too. Yeah, no, it was crazy.
That's
And
awesome.
so it was like not even a business trip. It's kind of like, oh hey, I'm gonna bring my employees with me, so
Yeah.
everybody just has a good time.
My dad just used the excuse of going to see his sister, and then we'd all just go drive over to Vegas.
Just go to
we
Vegas.
would just be chilling there for like a week or
That's
something.
so funny.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's pretty awesome. But of course, Vegas, they have it at number 8. Number 7 is the Florida Keys.
Oh.
Yeah, 120-mile long chain of tropical islands. It's definitely not a bad place to visit.
Yeah, Dexter spent a lot of time there.
100%. He's spent a lot of time in the water outside of that.
Yeah.
But of course, number 7 on the list. That's a pretty good one. This one is Kilauea. This one it's the most recent of a series of volcanoes that have created the Hawaiian archipelago.
No.
It is a very low, flat shield volcano, vastly different in profile from the high, sharply sloping peaks of stratovolcanoes. That's cool.
One of the
It's
most
actually. Oh yeah, like you were saying.
Yeah, one of the most active volcanoes on Earth. That's crazy.
That is really, really cool. 33 eruptions since 1952. Wow, and the
Not
current.
including-
Yeah.
Wow, which started it's currently erupting, and it started in 1983, and it's still going.
Dude, that's insane.
Wait, I wonder if that's the one where I saw a video of people just throwing like a. I don't know why they would do this, but people are like just showing like what happens when people throw like organic matter into like into a volcano, and it was like a propane tank.
Yeah.
And it looked crazy, and I was like,
Oh, did
wow.
it just,
I wonder if it
like-
was that, because it would have to be semi-active for it
Yeah.
to do anything.
Seriously, it probably is this. I feel like people. Yeah, no, I feel like I've seen videos of people going up to it.
Yeah, that's crazy looking.
That is crazy. Wow. It's like a crater just full of magma.
See, that's one where I'd be like a little too scared to go on top.
Seriously.
Like
yeah.
just on the fact that like once the lava starts, you're like,
Yeah, you
it's
got to be
kinda
like
done.
airlifted out of there if the helicopter can even get to you at that point.
yeah, because it's gonna have like ash and maybe even lava pumping
And
up.
just literally no visibility at all.
Aw.
Man, yeah, that's a scary sight to see that
Uh-huh.
magma like just spouting up.
And it amazes me because like it's so insanely hot, and somehow there's still like the vegetation right where the ash usually lands.
Yeah,
Because
seriously.
it's usually like right at the base of a volcano. It's usually like where like wildlife is most like lush and
Exactly.
that.
Just because the constant like just rebirth of all the life, it always like just keeps it super fresh.
yeah.
Man, yeah, that's crazy. I mean, that's also why like Hawaii is so beautiful.
Yeah,
It's like
it really
volcano
is.
islands.
Yeah.
Man, hey, but that is the top 6. It's number 6. It's pretty cool.
Deservedly so.
Yeah, I feel
Volcanoes are awesome.
100%. I would probably try and visit this. I don't know if, like you said, I don't know if I'd go all the way to the edge, but I would definitely try and get within a distance to see it.
I would want to like go up as far as I could like not feel insane heat.
I feel like if I was with like a expert dude and he was letting me know like, oh, we're good, like right here, like I would definitely go up as far as possible.
Yeah, but the second I start seeing him like jittering his fingers or something,
For
I'm
real.
gonna be like a little like,
For real,
hey,
like, oh, hey, these stress are
sure
going a little crazy.
Are you sure you're not just saying this because of the money I'm giving you?
Yeah, exactly. But hey, number 6, it's definitely a good one to visit. But we do have a winner in 57 balls, $164.71. A Lover over at American Legion Spicer taking away that minor prize. Nice job to you, Lover. $164, nothing to shake a stick at. But of course, we are now in the top 5 of tourism things in the U.S., and there's some pretty good ones.
Oh, yeah.
This one is Niagara Falls. And, of course, everybody knows Niagara Falls, so, yeah, this is top 5.
Yeah, there's one man who went down in a bucket twice. No, I think, he went down twice.
Nice.
First time successful.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, like actually being able to make it down in a wooden barrel down the Niagara Falls.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's a record.
Yeah, no, it is. But whatchamacallit, do you know that, have you heard the whole thing about, like, the view of Niagara Falls? How, like, the view is, like, better from Canada.
Yeah.
And how the view from the U.S. isn't that bad. And, like, for some, like, it's so funny whenever Canadians, like, say, like, oh, yeah, we got the better view, you know, blah, blah. And it's just like, dude, you're making fun of your own country. It's just like you're saying the view of your country sucks.
Yeah.
It's like not a good view.
We don't like looking over there either. Don't worry.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah, that's why it's not a good view, guys.
Yeah.
That's so funny to me. I thought there's like
it's nicer looking at America. Nah.
Yeah, seriously. Man, that's so funny. But yeah, I mean, hey, it's a very beautiful place. It's still top 5 from the U.S. part. So
Oh, yeah.
it's pretty cool. But number 4, the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. And isn't it like the longest, one of the longest?
Bridge?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then the one in, they built one in China that became longer.
Yeah. And then, like, I think before that it was the Mackinac.
Yeah, the Mackinac
was longer than the Golden Gate.
I think the Mackinac was longer than the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah, the Mackinac is longer than the Golden Gate, I think.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Because I think the Mackinac was the longest suspension bridge. Unless I'm just like, oh,
I
I live in Michigan now, so this bridge is better.
I want to say that you're right, to be honest.
I just feel like it was something I remember hearing.
Let's see. So 26,372 feet. Let's see. Golden Gate Bridge length. Let's take a look. Yeah, I mean, it's way longer. Yeah, 8,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this, and then the one in China, whatchamacallit, overtook this one.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny about the one in China is that it only caused like a 1 minute, detour, as opposed to taking like the thing around the lake that they built over.
Really?
Yeah. No, it was totally like just like a flex, just to like
it was
have
just
the
a show
biggest
of power.
Yeah, just to have the biggest bridge. Yeah.
You know
let's. I forget what the name of it is. Longest suspension bridge. Let's see.
Oh man, we might have got past
here
it
it
a
is.
while ago. Oh wait, maybe not.
Let's see. In world. Oh no, it's this one. It's totally this one. Wow, wow, it is long. I can't even lie. Oh, it's a bridge complex. So it's like a continuation.
Oh, is this the one that also goes like under the sea?
I have no idea.
I think this is the massive bridge that China built. Isn't this the one that's supposed to connect to Hong Kong?
I'm not sure where it's supposed to connect. That's crazy though. Wow.
Because I remember that was a thing. Like there was a bridge or something that was going from Hong Kong to another part in China, and Hong Kong was a little like stressed or something.
I gotcha. I think this one was built. I'm not too sure, to be honest.
That's crazy though.
Yeah, no, this is really, really crazy.
That's a monster.
Yeah, that's just kind of like hard to comprehend how big that is.
Cause like it almost looks smaller than the Mackinac Bridge.
Yeah, I mean you can see it in the distance.
But it just keeps going after that. It's like, oh yeah, the part that goes over the river, that's small.
How many miles long is that?
It's got to go over like several sections. Oh, it goes over several sections of river too.
Yeah.
Because it like does like the little Oxford bend or something.
That is insane. Wow. So whoa. So that's the height. It gets up to 215 meters, which is 700 feet.
160.
35 miles. Oh my goodness. Imagine driving on a bridge for like 35 miles. That's crazy. Like at that point, like if you're going 60 miles an hour, that's like just over half an hour.
Yeah.
Like that's ridiculous. That would suck driving on a bridge for that long, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't even like being on the Mackinac Bridge that long.
No.
Like
no.
sometimes I'm like, oh, like once the wind starts picking up, only then I'm a little like, okay, I'm not fine with this as I thought I was.
Yeah.
Usually I'm like, okay, why are you guys scared of like heights or the bridge that we're on? Like normally I'm fine.
Yeah.
Once it starts moving.
Yeah, once it starts moving around. But of course, we do have a lover over at American Legion Spicer taking away the must-go of $57.70. Nice job to you, lover. Yeah, when I'm driving, it doesn't bother me too much, to be honest. Like I feel like I'm usually good when I'm driving.
It's the passenger seat.
But if I'm like walking like over something like tall, like usually I'm not a huge fan of heights in that way.
No.
Especially if there's no like barrier.
If there's a barrier, if it's like I've been on like a little walk on like smaller suspension bridges. Once they move and like I'm like my legs are kind of, you can feel the little wobble as they go with the bridge. It's like, okay, this I'm not feeling stable.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if it moves just enough, I'm like going over the railing.
Yes, yeah, no, 100%. But of course, bridges, whatchamacallit, other national parks, Disney, all very, very good points of tourism in the U.S. So, happy World Tourism Day. Maybe go out and visit your favorite little roadside attraction in Minnesota, because that is part of the World Tourism Day too. But of course, we do have some more national days to get into, and I'll let you take away this next one.
Oh yeah, this one is National Scarf Day. On September 27th, National Scarf Day recognizes the power of the scarf. Yeah, definitely a very powerful tool. Can definitely keep your neck very warm.
You know, 100%. What's your favorite color for a scarf?
I'm gonna go with like a nice red.
Nice. Okay,
Yeah.
nice red.
Classic red scarf.
I think mine might be like green or like orange.
I like the ones that usually are like, it's usually like a solid color and then it has like a line or something at the bottom.
Yeah.
You know, a little design.
Yeah, my favorite way to accessorize might be a blue scarf with like blue goggles, maybe like a headband of some type.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, just kind of throwing it out there. But of course, definitely some cool stuff going on with scarves. Maybe we'll look up a little bit of facts about it.
Oh yeah.
It does say, according to history, the first scarf was made in ancient Rome, and it was called sudarium, from the Latin word sweat cloth. The scarf was not used purposely for protection during the winter season, but just plainly to clean off their sweat. So it was just kind of like a nice piece of cloth that you draped around yourself to be able to like unsweat yourself. That's kind of nice, to be honest.
So
they kind of like just a towel, like fashionable towel.
Yeah, they put it around their neck like normal, but instead they sometimes even tied it to their belts. It's like, well, hey, keeps it from moving around instead of having to do like the little wrap.
Yeah, instead of having to like just do this all the time. It's probably hotter like that too, to be honest.
Yeah, I think I want to say red scarf solely because of the second Scooby-Doo movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they're playing Bon Jovi.
No, yeah, when he
takes the scarf and he ties it around. Yeah, that's like classic.
Awesome. 100%. No, Fred was awesome in those movies. Whatchamacallit, if I had to choose my color, if I was in ancient Rome, it would be white. I would choose white so people could see how dirty it got and they could see how wise and old I was. Yeah. It's like, oh, this man has a very used and old tattered scarf. He must have a lot of information.
It's like, oh man, this guy does not hit the weekly baths.
Yeah, no, wow, this dude. it's like, is there something wrong with this man?
Yeah, he's not eating enough grapes.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah,
that's how Romans were back then.
Oh yeah.
Let's see, who invented the scarf? Oh, okay. Well, apparently the origins of the scarf go before ancient Rome, going back to Queen Nefertiti, who was believed to have worn a woven wrapped scarf under an extravagant jeweled headpiece. Interesting. I don't know. I feel like scarves are probably found in like most civilizations.
Yeah, I feel like, it's just
there's one of those things.
Like, I feel like most of the descriptions they've had is mostly like handkerchief or something
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
like towels and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like if we actually wanted to go in like real scarf history, it'd probably be like Russian people up in like up in the Arctic and stuff. Or either maybe like whatchamacallit, like Native American people like up in like way North Canada, like present Canada, like that sort of thing. I feel like that's probably where you would see actual scarves being used for like their actual use that we use today.
Yeah.
I don't know. But like for this, like it just does kind of sound like
neck warm.
it's like exactly. If we're just keeping your neck warm and stuff,
No.
sounds like this. Like they're just straight up just using it as little towels.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of cool though.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't think there's really a whole lot of other interesting scarf stuff, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
But of course, happy National Scarf Day. It is a good one to celebrate. But up next, it is National Corned Beef Hash Day. This day adds a flavor to every meal while cleaning out the fridge too. But before we get into corned beef hash, we do have a winner.
Oh yeah, we got Mike Mall over at Frankie's Bar taking home that $23 Musco prize. Good job to you, Mike Mall. But yeah, we're talking about corned beef hash, and
That's right.
yeah, definitely a essential. Like it's a very popular like breakfast item.
Yeah.
I don't see it get ordered a lot with people my age, but I see it pretty like every once in a while.
Honestly, like I like it, but more in the way of just viewing it as a skillet. You know what I mean? Just kind of like throwing everything into a skillet and then just eating it like that. But I don't know. I feel like I probably am not like a super huge fan of corned beef hash.
I don't think I'll ever like order it somewhere.
Yeah.
But like like making my own or something like that, that'd be pretty simple, easy.
Yeah, it's probably just be. I don't just really like beef that much in the morning, to be honest.
No, I feel like I'd much rather have it with like sausage instead.
Yeah.
Beef's a little too heavy sometimes.
Yeah. But whatchamacallit? Yeah, especially if it's like looking like this.
Oh man,
that's
dinner.
Yeah, that's a dinner.
That was
yeah.
like a pot roast.
Exactly. Yeah, it looks like it should have pie crust around it.
Yeah.
But like whatchamacallit with like if you replace that with bacon or like you said sausage, something
Maybe
like
both,
that.
Cut up bits of both.
Yeah, 100%. At that point, I'm like I'm all in on that.
Some diced potatoes, solid.
Yeah.
Maybe some eggs in there.
Oh, well, 100%. Yeah, no, I would totally be throwing eggs in there. Probably scrambled, to be honest.
Oh yeah, it's gonna have to be the way. Make it almost. It's basically just gonna end up looking like one of the breakfast skillets over at the diner.
No, exactly. Yeah.
Which those things are monsters.
Yeah, no, I mean breakfast skillets are my favorite. So.
Oh yeah.
But corned beef hash, not too terrible. I'm just not like I said, beef. The corned beef is probably where it gets me a little bit.
Yeah.
But hey, happy National Corned Beef Hash Day, everybody. Maybe go out there and order yourself some because I know that's a pretty big bar thing, I feel like.
Yeah.
Especially if you're doing all day breakfast.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. So maybe order some of that. It's definitely a pretty good way to go. But up next, we do have National Crush a Can Day. And this day dedicates time to educating the country about the benefits of recycling. Yeah, pretty cool.
I used to have to like to get our deposit in California, we'd have to crush them first.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so they'd have like most places would most garages would just come with like a little can crusher, like just.
Oh yeah,
You know.
yeah, just kind of like on a little wall or something. That's
Yeah,
cool.
but
That's
most
cool.
of the time, my grandpa just had us go all in the garage, and it's like, all right, go step on cans for 30 minutes. We'll see you
Nice.
guys later.
Nice.
It's like, all right,
That's pretty funny. It's National Crush a Can Day, everybody.
Yep.
And hey, well, maybe go out there, celebrate it yourself, and go do some can returns that you've been putting off for 2 months.
Oh yeah.
But of course, we do have one last national day up next, and it's a very, very good one to celebrate.
Oh yeah, this one is National Chocolate Milk Day. Each year on September 27th, folks enjoy a tall, frosty glass to celebrate National Chocolate Milk Day. Yeah, I feel like that's like a top 5 beverage.
Yeah, no, chocolate milk. Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, like, I don't even drink like dairy, to be honest.
I never even get chocolate milk.
Yeah, but chocolate milk,
it's just good.
It's good. No, 100%. But if I do drink dairy, then chocolate milk is the way I'm drinking it. You know
Exactly.
What I mean? Like it's
There's no reason you're gonna be drinking milk plain when you could have chocolate milk.
No. But I mean, I do have to say though, like chocolate almond milk is so good. Like it's really, really good. I might
I don't
say
think I've had it before.
it's really good. If you get the silk chocolate almond milk, like it's actually like pretty decent. Like it doesn't really. I don't know. Maybe I might just be biased because I've been so used to almond milk the past few years. But whatchamacallit, it is really good to me. Like I'm not one to drink almond milk on its own. So,
Yeah.
like, the fact that I can drink chocolate almond milk on its own, I actually have, like, a glass or two of it and enjoy it. Like, it's really good.
Okay. Wow.
But I do have to say the one rival to it is that that one milk brand made by Coke, Fairlife.
Oh, Fairlife.
They have really good chocolate milk.
They do. I get their I get the Fairlife strawberry banana like protein shakes sometimes.
Oh yeah,
and
I've
those
seen
are
those.
really good.
Yeah, no, whatchamacallit. Yeah, Fairlife is good to be honest. It's good for people that are lactose.
Really?
Interesting. Yeah, no, because it's like the way they process it, it's like it filters out this. I don't know, like the lactose part of it for some reason. It's funny. Like my grandpa started drinking it because of that.
And he's like,
He's very sensitive to milk, yeah. And like it's where it's like whatchamacallit, like he couldn't even eat like heavy cream or ice cream or anything. He had to get lactose-free ice cream.
And now he can
Fairlife
just-
is good.
he can just like drink a glass of it just straight
Yeah,
up.
yeah, no, he can have it with breakfast,
Wow.
everything, yeah. Because like he's an old dude that like he's an old man. He likes a
Yeah.
glass of milk with his
I
like
was gonna say,
pancake
it's
sausage.
probably
blah,
something
blah.
he's been missing out on because
Yeah.
some of that stuff it develops later on in life, which I'm not too fond of. Like
Yeah.
allergies can just pop up.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's one of those. Fairlife is good.
That's
Apparently
crazy.
it's a lot better for you too. But we do have Brent Ashton over at Maynard's Restaurant Routers taking away that must go of $25. Nice job to you, Brent. But yeah, no, Fairlife. Yeah, I honestly, I'm not usually. I won't like recommend dairy of any kind, but like Fairlife is good. Like if you can't get away from dairy, then like Fairlife is the one. No way. Wait, apparently Hugh Jackman is coming back for Deadpool 3?
Yeah.
No way.
Sorry to like interrupt that. My brother just
No.
sent me a text. I
Oh,
was like,
that's like way more important information.
that's like wow.
That's awesome, Deadpool 3. I might rewatch Logan, to be honest. Yeah, Hugh Jackman returns as Wolverine, coming in 2024.
Ryan Reynolds actually talked him into doing it.
That's awesome.
Because wasn't he? He tried to say he was like, I'm gonna talk him into it.
Yeah, seriously.
And he actually did.
Wow, no, he's coming back. He even posted, he was like, yeah, sure. That's hilarious. Yeah, no, well, that's official. That's pretty cool.
That's like something I really wasn't expecting.
Oh, apparently Ryan Reynolds posted something about getting him back.
Ah.
He said, I really had to search my soul on this one.
Uh.
That's funny. Yeah, I think that would probably be a good movie then, to be honest. I think any project touching Deadpool right now, I think it's a really good series. I think it's kind of hard to go wrong with it right now.
I think the fact that Disney isn't like in any of like the production of it
That's surprising.
is very surprising to me.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's still keeping like R rating and stuff.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, I mean, even though like Disney is a very strictly PG-13, like whatchamacallit, company. I feel like they shouldn't be scared of like dipping into like R-rated projects.
Well, they've had their hands in the pot of R-rated projects for so long, but I feel like them like
It's like even lending their like production teams to it. I feel like they
Yeah.
shouldn't be scared of doing that, to be
No.
honest. Even further than just like putting the money behind it. You know what I'm saying?
just more of like actually being like, because it's their characters now.
Yeah.
They bought Marvel, and Marvel does have like some size to it. It's a comic book company.
Yeah, they should have realized Deadpool is like, people get mad if you try and make them not
Yeah,
R-rated.
they got Marvel and then Fox, and it's
Yeah.
like, okay, Fox owns Deadpool now, so
Yeah.
we might wanna.
Exactly, you got to do something with it, and it looks
Yeah.
like they're gonna be doing that, so that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad they're not trying to mess with it too much, because like that is one character that revolves purely around the fact that he is R-rated. In a PG-13
And like
universe.
when they finally like showed Wolverine as that,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this is how
was-
Wolverine should have been for.
Yeah,
the past
Logan
2
was
decades.
crazy. That was
Logan
a
was-
crazy movie.
Yeah, and that came out in like 2017. I almost still like don't want to spoil it for people.
Yeah.
And like I'm like, because it's just like, dang.
No, it was a great movie. It was really, really
it
good.
really hit out of like it. I was excited when I saw the trailers. I really wasn't expecting what I saw though.
Oh, I agree. I thought it was going to be good. I didn't think it was going to be like, one of the best movies of the 2010s. You know
I
what
didn't
mean?
think I didn't think I would potentially like almost cry during the movie.
Yeah,
I was
seriously,
like, okay,
yeah.
wow.
Man, it was really, really good.
The artwork.
yeah, somebody has like Deadpool digging up Wolverine.
It still has the X. That
Yeah, that was so funny.
wow.
Oh man, but yeah, that's pretty funny stuff. But of course, Hugh Jackman is back with Deadpool, so that's pretty cool. We'll be able to get one more performance out of him for Wolverine, so that's honestly cool. I'm glad.
And then Taron Egerton will take over.
Yep, that's right. That's right. Who do you think would be the best replacement for Wolverine?
I actually do think Taron Egerton
Taron
from
Egerton.
the Kingsman series.
Oh, the main kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's also and he also is he played Elton John in Rocket Man.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I never got to see Rocket Man.
I think it's on
I saw
Hulu.
a lot of trailers though.
Yeah,
on Hulu?
Yeah, I saw it on Hulu, and I was like, I actually liked it a lot.
Yeah.
The only thing is, like, sometimes musicals will break out into like musical, like they'll break into like the musical timing out a little like awkward time or something like that. No, it was all pretty like properly like timed.
Nice.
And didn't seem like it messed with like the flow of the story or anything like that.
That's good. I like it when musicals are a little bit more like the musical part takes a little bit of a backseat to the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
In a way, you know what I mean?
Which
but it's still
sounds kind of
musical.
messed up.
I like it how Sweeney
I like the
Todd did it.
plot. Yeah.
Like how Sweeney Todd did it.
Yeah.
Like where it was kind of like more just about the plot, and then some scenes they were singing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's kind of how I preferred it. Whereas like mostly movie.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like I might like. But before we get into musicals, we do have Stein over at B&L Bar and DeLume over at American Legion Glenville. Both of them splitting up $25.90. Nice job to the two of you. But musical wise, that's why I feel like I would probably like that one musical, Les Miserables.
No, yeah.
I feel like it's a lot of movie in there.
I feel like I haven't seen it all the way, but I've seen a lot of like singing parts.
Yeah.
But like other than that, I've always each time I've been like, wow, that's really Russell Crowe singing.
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean,
Dang.
that's the thing, like, because when you do have singing parts, like, you're watching Russell Crowe, Hugh Jackman.
And like they're just like belting.
Man, who
It
else
is both of them in that movie, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
There's actually a crazy
no,
cast.
the
for
cast
that.
is insane. Yeah.
Christian Bale's in it, I think, isn't he?
No, I don't think Christian
No.
Bale is in it.
I think he is. I think he's like an officer or something in it.
Is he
like off in
actually?
the side?
That would be crazy.
I thought. I might be wrong.
No, I don't think he's in it.
No.
Eddie Redmayne is in it. He's pretty big. Anne Hathaway, Amanda Seyfried, Helena Bonham Carter is in it.
Wow.
Sacha Baron Cohen is in it. They're a pretty big person. Yeah. Interesting. For some reason, I thought there was more people.
Yeah.
Oh, he's whatchamacallit. He's something. I've seen him in something recently. Hugh Skinner. I've seen him in something recently. I don't really know
He
what
looks like
though.
PewDiePie.
He kind of does, yeah. I wonder what I saw him in.
Mamma Mia?
No,
I don't know.
I've never seen Mamma Mia before.
Really?
Is that the?
That's
that-
also a musical.
Yeah, that's the one about whatchamacallit. What's that one band that all the songs are from?
ABBA.
ABBA, yeah.
Right?
Yep,
Yeah, I
yep.
think so.
I don't
No,
know
wait,
if it's
he's
about
in the, He's in
ABBA.
the second Mamma Mia.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Mamma Mia.
Here we go again.
Yeah, man, that's pretty interesting. What is it even about?
I
So
thought like the first one's about like people trying to get like two other people to date or something.
oh, so it's about what? So is this a prequel?
Is Here We Go Again a prequel?
I don't know. It says it's 1979.
Okay.
Interesting. So maybe there's flashbacks to 1979, and then
Or
it's a
something.
continuation of the first movie. Interesting. That's funny. I don't know. People love it though. Like
Oh,
people
yeah.
like absolutely adore the first movie.
Yeah.
Like it's a cult classic. Like I couldn't like when this movie was popular, like because it had a resurgence before the second one came out.
It did, and I think all the songs actually like went up in
Yeah.
the music charts as well.
Yeah.
Like, didn't ABBA get to like #1 for a while before the second one came out?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Or it was before the first one came out, maybe, because the soundtrack got released or something, and then and then ABBA just like blew up again.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah. Either
They're
way.
one of the two, yeah.
Yeah. No, it was a pretty crazy time for ABBA for sure. But of course. Happy National Chocolate Milk Day, everybody. go out and drink some chocolate milk because it is definitely a good way to celebrate that. But of course, we do have some Minnesota Twins news to get into. We're 74-79 on the season, and playoff hopes are just out. Like, they're out of the question. We're not making the playoffs anymore.
No.
Mike Trout had 3 hits, including his 37th homer of the season, and the LA Angels beat up on the Minnesota Twins 10-3 on Sunday.
Good for the Angels. They're not making the playoffs either.
Yeah, no, they're not doing anything.
Has Mike Trout just homers for no reason?
Yeah, seriously. Just padding his stats. That
Yeah.
all-time great.
Oh man, how long until he can get traded?
Oh man, I don't even know.
I think he's got a long contract.
I mean, but the thing is though, like,
He's fine with it.
like who would want to trade for that contract, and who would want to trade for Mike Trout at this point? You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, unless you are a contending team and you have all the resources needed to trade for Mike Trout, I just don't see how that is gonna happen.
No.
Because just imagine the asking price for somebody like Mike Trout. Like that would be I don't know.
I'm pretty sure he might have one of the most expensive contracts in baseball.
Yeah, and that coupled onto the fact that he's also one of the best players ever, I feel like it just wouldn't be worth it for the team at that point. Like it's kind of like how Kevin Durant,
I hate hearing that he is like potentially one of the best. Him and Shohei Ohtani are some of the two like greatest freak athletes in baseball. we've seen in
Shohei
decades.
Ohtani is crazy just because of how he's so valuable, just because of how he can change positions like that. That's crazy. Like he can
Wasted.
be a designated hitter and your starting pitcher. Like that is insane.
Wasted.
Yeah, seriously, man. But yeah, Mike
Come
Trout.
to the Twins, please.
Yeah, it's seriously
We'll
for free,
appreciate
for
you.
free, please. But we do have Lynn J over at American Legion Fridley taking away $36.70, just barely missing out on the minor. But if you had played next game, that actually happened earlier. If you had played next game, you could have gotten that minor because now it is clicking up to 62 balls or less to win. So keep that in mind going into this next game. But we were talking about Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani. And, I mean, the Mike Trout thing I feel like is very similar to how Kevin Durant requested a trade and nobody was interested. You know what I mean?
Because it's like who can shell out for that?
Exactly. The
Everyone else is already gone for their stars and everything. It's kind
Exactly.
of a little solidified.
Yeah, it's like he has one of the biggest contracts in the NBA. He's maybe arguably the best talent in the NBA. You can't really give up enough to get him. You know what I
No.
mean? So it's one of those things where it's like it's just
Yeah,
not
we'll
worth
have him,
it.
but what are we gonna lose in the process?
Yes,
It's
almost
like
half
okay,
the
we're
team.
losing like all our cap space as well as half of our players.
Yes,
You
exactly.
just can't afford. You can't afford Kevin Durant and another star.
No,
Really.
No, unless you are able to do it the way the Nets did it, where you got both of them and all of them in free agency.
Yeah.
And at that point, wow, that you home run, you did it. But
That's for
look how it's
limited
working
time.
out for them now.
That is a very short time gain you're going to be getting with that. It's like when the Golden Knights, when they first started up as a team, they picked up all those amazing hockey players right out of free agency. Went right to the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
Same year, first team to do it. And years after, year after year.
Just not been doing good since then. Especially since they they've lost a lot of those stars now.
Including, I'm pretty sure they even lost Fleury.
Yeah, Marc-Andre Fleury. Yeah, I mean, he was the reason we lost against them in the first round a couple of years ago. It's crazy. It's crazy. But, of course, it's going to be interesting to see how the Minnesota Twins bounce back next season. But it seems like we've been saying that the past couple of years now. So it's going to be interesting to see, if we even can in this point. Especially with, the amount of things that we added over the offseason with whatchamacallit. I mean, it's starting to feel like it's a half rebuild, and half we're trying to be competitive. But it's just like the half of us trying to be competitive is hurting the rebuild, and the half of us trying to be a rebuilding team is hurting the competitive part. So it's just you can't really be both at the same time.
No, yeah, we did add, a couple great players to the roster, but
Yeah.
a couple of our other players that were already, towards stardom on the roster are having a little bit of trouble, and it's just kind of a little rough right now.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be interesting to see what their reaction is to this when the season is over, when they finally hit some wow, we are not making the playoffs after getting maybe the best player in free agency with Carlos Correa.
Yeah.
And also Byron Buxton was a little bit healthy for most of the year too, so we did kind of have him a lot. And we are still 74 and 79,
And it's
below
we're going to need proper rebuilding around these players.
because not only below the Guardians, but below the White Sox too. We had to lose series to all of those dudes to end up sinking to where we are at now. It's interesting. I don't know. I don't know if it's Rocco Baldelli. I don't know if it's what we've tried to build. I'm not too sure at this point, but something's wrong, and it's going to be interesting to see what they deem the problem is.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's cool. But let's see. What are people around the Twins already expecting Carlos Correa to sign with the Cubs?
Doesn't he have? He's got a contract.
No, but whatchamacallit? It's so when they signed the contract with Carlos Correa, they offered him a very flexible contract.
I see.
Which is why he signed with us.
That makes sense.
We gave him a multi-year contract, but each year he's able to kind of analyze the deal and opt out if he wants out.
That's fair.
But whatchamacallit, there is a possibility that we'd be able to sign him to a longer deal now, to a more guaranteed deal.
Yeah.
At the end of this season. But with the way our season is ending, it's like, why would he want to stay here another year?
Yeah. Although I will say, mid slump, he did already say we were already in the midst of our slump.
Yeah.
And he already did say that he planned on staying with the Twins
Yeah,
for a while. So it might just be a little iffy right now.
Yeah. It did seem like he was very interested in staying long term. So I think more likely than not, I think he will stay. Just because.
But he's definitely at least they're probably maybe seeing him shop around. And
Yeah,
you can't
no.
blame someone for looking around for options, especially in the situation he's in.
Yeah, no, I can agree with that for sure.
Yeah.
But before we go further into Carlos Correa, we do have Lover over at American Legion Spicer having a hot night. $228 going straight to you. Nice job to Lover. Not a bad win. That's awesome right there. Exactly 62 balls.
Man, did it on the same time in the
100%.
same exact situation. Both times Lover took it home.
Hey, consistency.
Wow.
Consistency is key. So nice job to you, Lover, taking that prize away. But keep in mind, we do have a must-go available on this next game that's going to be looking really good. So keep that in mind. Only 2 minutes away from getting enrolled for this next game of Game Day Bingo. But, of course, we were talking a little bit about, whatchamacallit, Carlos Correa and him possibly leaving the Twins.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting. I'm not too sure why this is all of a sudden coming up. I mean, I can understand why because we've been doing bad.
Yeah.
But why the sudden 180 from Carlos Correa? Because like you said, we were doing bad when he said he wanted to stay.
Yeah.
But let's see. So on the Twins Chin Music Podcast, which is hosted by Jim Suhan and Lavelle Neal of the Minnesota Star Tribune and Twins TV analyst Rory Smalley, that trio was discussing Correa's future in their latest episode. The setup to the discussion was about how, Jim Suhan keeps hearing from Twins people that they love Correa and they want to retain him. But he can and is expected to opt out of the remaining 2 years and $70 million on his contract. Then Jim Suhan asked Neal what the chances are that the Twins actually do get Correa back. And this is Lavelle Neal of the Minnesota Star Tribune. And his response, it turns out, was all about the Chicago Cubs. He's going to still want $35 million a year for X amount of years on a long-term deal. I'm not sure he's going to get it, but it only takes one idiotic owner to agree, and I'm worried that owner has already presented himself, that being Tom Ricketts of the Chicago Cubs, who has pledged to spend money this offseason. They were interested in Correa in the past, so I'm wondering about a Correa to Cubs deal as a way ownership shows the Cubs fan base that they're ready to be a contender again, and that means that they'd want to sign him to a 10-year deal at a ridiculous amount of money. That's the only team I can think that would probably bite on that. Okay, so
They basically were just like, wow, you'd have to be dumb to do this, but I know someone who is.
yeah, seriously.
That's kind of messed up.
That is pretty funny. So that's a little bit of whatchamacallit.
Kind of seems like a little bit of a reach.
Yeah, a little bit of a reach, a little bit of conspiracy going on there.
Yeah.
But I think that's a hot take coming from a dude that's a little bit closer to the team.
Yeah.
I don't see that happening personally. I think he's probably gonna end up staying with Minnesota.
Yeah. Unless somehow, maybe he's right. Cubs owner just
that would be crazy if he swept in and just took him like that
right in the off season too. That'd be nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, it's a shaky idea, but I think anything can happen with this deal that he's on. He can do whatever he wants.
He really could.
So if he wanted to go to the Cubs, he would. If he wants to stay with the Twins, he will. it's just one of those things where it's like whatever he ends up wanting to do, he's just going to do it.
And we really just can't we're not going to know anything really until it happens.
Yeah.
And so, or until we start hearing more talks about negotiations or anything like that. So it's really not something that's going to be on the forefront of my mind going into this offseason.
Yeah, very true. I agree. I think it's probably the biggest subject going on with the Twins, but I think it's going to be something that's taken care of pretty swiftly.
Yeah.
I don't think Carlos Correa seems like the type of dude to just kind of, hang up on a contract. And I feel like he'd probably just get it out of the way and make his decision known. Yeah. So, very interesting. And I have a feeling it's not going to be a hard decision. I have a feeling if he doesn't have another place in mind that is willing to sign him, he's probably just going to come right back to the Twins.
Oh, yeah. No, and I'm guessing he's got to at least like the environment from what he's already talked about with the Twins.
Yeah.
So, just being in the area where he's one of the, larger stars on a team where, he kind of likes having, like, the people that are, like, looking up towards him.
Exactly. He is in a very much leadership role right now, and I think he's very much suited to that kind of role. So I'm not sure if he would be able to find that on another team very easily. But other than that, just people saying Angels 10, Twins 3, the season in a nutshell. Yeah.
Oh, is this the same writer?
No, it's a different one. I haven't been able to find any of her articles.
That's sad.
I think she only ever does it every so often. But before we get into it, though, we do have Ready, Set, Go over at Corner Pocket. Rice taking away $71 on the must go. Nice job to you, Ready, Set, Go. Very, very interesting stuff. Let's take a look. Maybe we'll try and find out what their last little story was about the Twins. It doesn't seem like I can get to it right now. But there's a summary of the game yesterday, if you guys wanted to know. Dylan Bundy ended up going short, and the Twins don't help him with sloppy defense and no clutch hitting. Mike Trout homers and scores 3 runs. Shohei Ohtani has 2 hits and 2 runs. The bottom of the Angels lineup goes 6 of 15 with 3 runs and 4 RBIs, and the Twins bullpen makes this one a rout late. Just not great.
Dang.
But, of course, we do have that next game against the White Sox tonight at 6:40. So happening in just over an hour. That will be a fun game. Hopefully we can make it a fun game. I just don't know how the team is even feeling at this point, to be honest. It's just kind of like, I don't know if
This is what, our second to last series?
It
goes White Sox, Detroit, White Sox.
Third to last.
Yeah, because it goes a White Sox series, a Detroit Tiger series, and then White Sox again, I think.
Yeah, man, it's just, I don't even know. Yeah. What's our losing streak at even? Wow, we're 2-8 in our last 10 games. The Guardians are 9-1. They've just been going on a run to end off the season. They've already clinched
86
the
and
division.
67. Astros are doing ridiculous. 101 and 53. Jeez.
Man. Yeah, White Sox, they're sucking it up a little bit too, though.
Yankees aren't doing, like, tremendous, but, I mean, like, they're doing good.
Yeah,
like,
wow,
great.
the Mets and Braves both got the wild card. That's crazy.
Dang.
Yeah, Dodgers looking crazy too.
Yeah.
Wow, interesting stuff. I wonder how the extended playoffs is going to look once they start Are they implementing that this year? Is it the first year with the extended playoffs?
Are we doing extended playoffs after we had the shutout? I thought we were having a shorter season.
No, it's whatchamacallit. No, it's not short. It's more teams in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Whatchamacallit.
So I didn't know that they were doing a different playoff format.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. No, So it's gonna be this season.
Okay.
Yeah, that's interesting. So, that is what makes it even worse that we're not making the playoffs this year.
Is that
because there's more teams that are making the playoffs this year, so it's easier to.
Is there just more wild card spots?
I think there's more spots and also a couple additional wild card spots.
Dang.
Let's take a look at what the MLB has to say about it.
So it's not even just additional spots or additional wild card. It might be both.
Yeah, I think it's both.
Dang.
So the bracket style postseason involves 12 teams, an increase from 10 teams in the previous format. So that includes the 3 division winners in each league and 3 wild card teams per league. So the wild card game does not still exist anymore. The single elimination wildcard game, which was in use from 2012 to 2019, and again recently, has been replaced by a best-of-3 wildcard series. In each league as follows: the best league record is the number 1 seed. The number 2 seed is the second best division winner, and the third best division winner, and then blah, 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 and the wild card stuff. Interesting. Wow. So the first and second seed will receive first-round byes and advance directly to the division series. And then the wild card series, it will be number 3, number 6, and then number 4 and number 5. Okay, so this is an interesting way to do it.
Yeah, that's something.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I mean, it really does pay to be first and second seed.
Yeah, 100% to be able to get that first round bye. That's really, really nice.
And you're like right in that division series.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like how they're doing the playoffs.
Yeah,
it's interesting. But man, now that I'm seeing that, I'm a little like, wow.
Yeah, I like the 3-game series. I think that's cool.
I like it
best
more
of
than
3.
the first game, the division. Not
Yeah.
wild card. I like it better than the 1-game wild card games.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think wildcard game, I think that's fun, but I think a 3-game series makes it a little bit more realistic.
I feel like series have always showed more realistic to how better a team is.
Yeah, I think that's why football is so crazy, because it's 1-game elimination all the time.
Oh yeah.
But we do have a winner on this game.
Oh yeah, we have DMJ over at Grizzlies Wood Fired Grill Baxter taking home that $28 must-go prize. Good job to you, DMJ, as we start getting ready for this next game of Game Day Bingo.
Awesome stuff. But of course, we only got 2.5 minutes left for that next game. Minors at $82 and 56 balls or less to win. Majors over $2,000 and 50 balls or less to win. And then Mega Jackpot is at $10,000 and 45 balls or less to win. But yeah, pretty cool stuff going on with the new playoff stuff going on with the MLB. So yeah, pretty decent. But of course, we are not making the playoffs still. So
Yeah.
not too fun for us.
Did it say top 3 into Division 2?
I think whatchamacallit, it depends on how many wins you have.
Yeah. But still, dang.
Yeah, no, it's pretty crazy. And we're kind of in the worst division in the league. So, yeah. Not too much fun happening here. But, of course, as you guys know, we have teamed up with the Minnesota Twins for the themed E-Tab game, Twins Win, and for also Twins Bingo and TwinsWinsDay too. But you can play the E-Tab game Twins Win today wherever Pilot games are played, so keep that in mind. It's always a lot of fun. That Home Run Derby bonus is really cool too. Definitely keep that one in mind. It is a fun one. But speaking of the Twins and all that good stuff, we do have the Twiking Zone standings to get into. This is what you guys earn points for every day when you're playing Lunch Hour Bingo, whether it be Vikings Bingo like it is now or Twins Bingo the other half of the year. So, keeping that in mind, let's take a look at where these Lunch Hour players are at in the top 10. I'll let you take it away.
Oh, yeah, kicking us off in 10th place, we have Putz over at Lucky's Tavern with 56,000 points. With 85,000 points in 9th place, we have T-Bone over at Poppers. In 8th place, we have Wright over at American Legion Fridley with 93,000 points, just shy of that 100,000 point club. In 7th place, kicking that 100,000 point club off, it's Tez over at Poppers with 101,000 points. With 119,000 points in 6th place, we have Caribou over at Charles Top Tavern. In 5th place, it's Mikey Wins over at Chili Lime with 162,000 points. With 175,000 points in 4th place, it's Loser Dave at VFW Spring Lake Park. In 2nd place, coming up into a 2-way tie from 3rd, we have Nan over at Corky's Bar South Haven, tying it up with 2nd place Sin Bob, who's over at the Bedrock, and they're both tied with 189,000 points. And shortly ahead in 1st place, we got Scrub Eye, who's over at VFW Blaine with 192,000 points, only about 3,000 points ahead of that 3-way tie.
All right, that's some awesome stuff. Nice job to all the players in the top 10. You guys are definitely doing some crazy stuff in there. But, of course, we do have some location standings to get into. Starting it off in 10th place, it is Cooper's Restaurant in Eagan with 69,000 points. 9th place, it's Halfley's Bar in Richmond with 88,000 points. 8th place is Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards with 107,000 points. 7th place is Miniger Sports Hub in La Crescent with 111,000 points. 6th place is VFW Blaine with 188,000 points. 5th place is Our Place on 3rd and Faribault with 203,000 points. 4th place is Poppers in Virginia with 278,000 points. 3rd is Corky's Bar in South Haven with 354,000 points. Second is American Legion Fridley with 376,000 points. And first place is still VFW Spring Lake Park with 528,000 points. Looking pretty good up there in first. But of course, we do have players vying for these prizes on this game. The minor, major, and mega are all still available. But we do have the must go of $29.60 available as well. The minor is at $101 and 56 balls or less to win. That major jackpot is over $2,000 and 50 balls or less to win. And that mega jackpot is sitting at $10,000 right now and 45 balls or less to win. Looking pretty good, but not looking like we're going to get it this time. Moving on to the major and minor prizes. But we do have a lot of awesome ETAP stuff to talk about because we got a lot of different ones you can choose from.
Oh, yeah, we're listening to a little bit of Roaring Twenties right now. It's our time travel themed ETAP game that we released this year, and we like it a lot. But if it isn't quite your theme, we have over 70 different charitable ETAP games you guys can check out, and you guys can play anytime to win huge prizes, all upwards to $1,500. All these games have small bets between 50 cents and $5, and they all have awesome bonus and free play rounds that you guys can check out.
Yeah, definitely check them out. They're always a lot of fun. But we do have Rush over at Plumore Lanes taking away that must go at $29. Nice job to you, or Russ H maybe. But if you did not know, you would have hit that jackpot had you played the next game because it is at 56 balls right now. But moving on to the next game, it is going to be 58 balls or less to win. So keep that one in mind. Maybe your luck will adjust a little bit to this next game. But in the meantime, while you guys are trying to get into this next one and get at the minor, major, and mega, we do have a little bit of music history to throw at you guys. And starting it off in 1986, the Beatles' re-released version of Twist and Shout peaks at number 23 thanks to its use in the movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Yeah, pretty cool stuff. Twist and Shout's a pretty good song.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, 100%. So, hey, happy birthday to the re-released version of Twist and Shout. Pretty cool stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But up next, something even more important happened in 2008.
Oh, yeah. In 2008, Pink earns her first solo #1 hit on the Billboard Hot 100 with So What. From her 5th studio album, Funhouse, it holds the position for 1 week. And we all remember that week because it was a pretty good week.
Yes, 100%.
Everyone was crazy. It was blaring everywhere.
It was a solid week.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I remember that song. So What?
So what? I'm still a rock star. I got my rock, and I don't need you. Yeah, it's the one with her crashing her car on the bridge, I think.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I would say I would play it on my phone right now, but I don't want to get like copyright strike.
No. I feel bad for me just singing it. All those people having to hear my voice. I want to go. I'm like
immediately, it's like too close to the original version.
Oh yeah, I'm that good.
Yes.
No, I just felt bad that they had to hear me sing.
So fun.
I just I didn't know how to just like speak the lyrics and you still understand. Because most of the time it's like usually like the beat of the song or something.
I feel like it's a #1 hit. I feel like I've probably heard it.
It's literally like her like so what? I don't know. It's like I don't know. I don't know.
Like Pink is definitely one artist like I've not made like an effort to like look into. You know what I mean?
I haven't like tried to, but she does
she's
like
super popular.
I think she even does really good I didn't know she did covers of I think she does Janis Joplin covers.
Oh, for some reason that doesn't surprise me.
And I didn't know that
do.
until I actually heard someone in the back of the water park. You remember Dan?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was listening to that on like his like Bluetooth speaker he has, and I was in the break room. I actually thought it was Janis Joplin for a second. I was like, "Are you listening to Janis Joplin?" He goes, "No, this is Pink covering Janis Joplin." I was like,
"That's hilarious."
Dang. That was good.
She is a pretty talented like singer. Like she does have like a voice.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's cool. I could definitely see her probably covering some songs and like being pretty good at it. I'll have to check that one out then. But I'll have to listen to this too because I feel like I should recognize it, but I just don't know.
The second you hear it, I promise.
Yeah. It's like one of those things like, oh yeah, I've listened to this like 90 times in Hollister before.
Yeah. Oh yeah, any mall. It definitely played in those like
the
around this time.
Just the scary echoes.
I just remember this was like popular around the time Avatar came out.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. But yeah, Pink earning her first solo #1 hit. good job for you, Pink. That's pretty impressive.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
like, if once you hit like #1 solo, like I feel like that's a pretty big step as an artist.
It is.
And like for a lot of artists, like that's the highest you ever go, and for a lot of other artists, they never get up to that point too.
Oh yeah, and think about it. Like, and she did that within 5 albums. She hit #1.
Yeah.
Some people like, yeah, that's that's ridiculous.
How long has she been around?
Pink is, I don't know. If that was released in 2008, she must have been making music since like the 90s, right?
I have no
Like
idea
late
at all.
90s, early 2000s, maybe.
Yeah, let's take a look. First album, 2000. Okay.
Okay.
So after, all right. So and she was in a band called Choice. Choice band first album. Let's take a look. And Choice came out with so this is definitely not the same one. Pink Choice. Maybe no, I don't think so. Forgets the words to her old songs. I'm not too sure. Let's see. I'm guessing it is in the 90s though, because her first solo album came out in 2000. Let's see, Pink Choice Band. Let's take a look. But before we get further, we do have TC Bear over at Flamers taking away the must-go of $34. Nice job to you, TC Bear, taking that one away. Not, or whatchamacallit, I don't even know what I was about to say. Not too bad, though, TC Bear. Definitely a good one right there. But
I haven't been able to find anything.
interesting. I see, maybe they're just not a very, like, whatchamacallit. Like maybe they're not on anything.
Yeah, probably not.
Oh, here it is. It's an unreleased debut from so they were 95 to 98.
Wow.
And yeah, so that's all of them right there.
That's
so
fun.
They were an American R&B girl group. Christy Conway, Sharon Flanagan, and of course Alicia Moore, who is Pink. They were founded in 1995 and disbanded in 98. They flew to Atlanta to record an album that was eventually shelved. The only songs to be released in full are Key to My Heart, which appeared in a soundtrack for Kazam, the 1996 film, and a few other songs too.
Is Kazam the one where... Never mind.
I don't know.
I don't...
Let's take a look. Kazam movie.
Yeah, it is the one with Shaq. Yep.
Shaquille O'Neal.
I knew it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, he's the genie.
That's super funny. Shaquille O'Neal. He was doing such random stuff. That's so funny.
Hey, that guy was in
Is Shazam a remake of Kazam?
It is.
It is. That's awesome.
I remember people saying they thought it said Shazam
That's
on
so
it.
funny. Yeah, that's awesome though. Shaq, he's just one of those all-time greats.
Oh, yeah.
But of course, Pink doing her thing on this day in history. Good job to Pink. But we do have only about a minute left to get into this next game of Game Day Bingo, so be sure to do that. And be sure to sign up at pgl.world as well, because we have a MegaSota game night going on tonight, and you can get a chance at some awesome PGL points and getting onto the standings with those PGL players, and even earning chances at some of those jackpots available during those PGL nights. But if you didn't know, PGL players, they compete for points and have access to insider information, including a monthly newsletter that has a lot of great stuff in it. So definitely check it out, sign up, and, you got a lot of great stuff in your future. But of course, we have the new PGL member spotlight to get into, and these are all the new people that just signed up recently. We're going to give them a huge shout out.
Oh, yeah. We have Hockaday 25, Vegas Made 1, Eli 333, BKR, Sarah, Tate, as well as Lilu Loves You. So congratulations to all those all those players getting signed up at the PGL.world, and we can't wait to see you guys get onto those PGL standings.
100%. But before we get into those standings, we do have some prizes rolling around on this game. We got the must-go set at $49.10. Minor is at $206 and 60 balls or less to win. The major is at $2,200 and 50 balls or less to win. And the mega jackpot is at $10 grand and 45 balls or less to win. All looking pretty good for this game. But in the meantime, while we are trying to win some of those prizes and get some of those other stuff going, we do have some PGL standings to get into. And this is coming from those 2 PGL nights a week That is when you can earn some PGL points. And, of course, that elusive Vikings game day that happens every Sunday, Thursday, or Monday whenever the Vikings decide to play through the season. But, of course, we do have those PGL standings right here in front of us, and I'm going to let you get into the player side of things.
Oh, yeah, kicking us off in 10th place, we have Sarah Honey over at VFW Austin with 554,000 points. In 9th place is Chapster over at Moe's with 563,000 points. With 570,000 points in 8th place, we have Nixon over at VFW Roseville. 7th place is Keith over at Billy's Rockford with 595,000 points. 6th place, we got Keeves over at Clearwater Corners with 618,000 points. Shortly ahead with 623,000 points, we have 5th place Brizo over at the Underground Bar and Grill. In 4th place, we have Sloppy over at Malone's Bar and Grill with 641,000 points. In 3rd place, it's Devoided over at the Roadside with 675,000 points. With 700,000 points in 2nd place, we got Bergar over at Southtown Lanes. And in 1st place, the only player in that 1 million point club, we have Forget You D over at VFW Austin with 1,014,000 points. Good job to Forget You D and all of our players in those top 10.
100%. Nice job to all you guys in the top 10. You guys are doing great. But we have some of those location standings to get into as well. Starting it off in 10th place, we got the Rusty Nail over in Thief River Falls with 1,711,000 points. Coming from outside of the standings into 9th place, last week it was Corner Bar and Grill in Winstead with 1,785,000 points. Nice job to you guys, but we do have a couple winners. We got Papa Pump over at Macaluso's Roadhouse, and who else we got? Brother Nate over at Carboni's Pizza and Sports Bar, both of them taking away the must-go of $49.10. Nice job to you two. But, of course, I was at 8th place on this list. So far, we had 10th, Rusty Nail, 9th, Corner Bar, and now in 8th place, we got VFW Austin with 1,814,000 points. Only about 6,000 points ahead of virtual tie. We got 7th place, LJ's in Miltona with 1,820,000 points. 6th place is Friendly Buffalo over in Big Lake with 1,847,000 points. Not too far away from LJ's either. 5th place, we got Corner Pocket in Rice with 2,033,000 points. 4th place is Mabel Liquor Store with 2,267,000 points. They were pushed out of the top 3 into 4th by VFW Northfield, who's currently in 3rd place. But they're only 3,000 points ahead, which is a major virtual tie in these standings. In 3rd place, it is now VFW Northfield with 2,270,000 points. 2nd is Poppers in Virginia with 2,497,000 points. And 1st place is Howie's Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud with 2,970,000 points. Nice job to Howie's Sports Bar and the rest of the standings, including the players. You guys are all doing some good stuff. But we do only have about a minute left to get into this next game. The minor is over $290 and 62 balls or less to win. The major is over $2,200 and 50 balls or less to win. And that mega jackpot is at 10 grand and 45 balls to win. So definitely keep all that stuff in mind as we're getting enrolled into this next game. In the meantime, though, we do have a little bit of Minnesota Wild stuff to get into because Ryan Hartman scored 48 seconds into overtime, and the Minnesota Wild defeated the Colorado Avalanche 3-2 at the Xcel Energy Center in St. Paul, Minnesota for that first preseason game. Some pretty awesome stuff.
Oh, yeah, definitely awesome stuff. We even seeing Jesper Wallstead go out there and everything was definitely some very fun stuff to see. Although he did allow the 2 goals.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
But it's honestly, it's NHL preseason debut. It's like, it's what game 1.
Yeah, no,
exactly. Give him a little shot.
100%.
He probably had nerves like crazy.
Oh, yeah. Yes. No, I agree.
Especially going against that's a rough opponent with the Avalanche.
Yeah, no, it is. Avalanche they're pretty legit. So it's pretty cool seeing that he was able to do that against the reigning champs right now.
Yeah.
But of course, pretty cool stuff going on with that. Other than that, not too much going on. I guess we'll take a look just to make sure we're not missing out on any breaking Minnesota Wild news. Let's take a look. Minnesota Wild reduces training camp roster. Matt Boldy, Marco Rossi, the future of the Minnesota Wild. Yeah, I mean, not really anything jumping out. I think we're just kind of getting geared up for the season and in
just
the middle
dropping
of
players.
preseason. Yeah, just practicing, figuring out the final roster.
Yeah.
Just not too unsimilar to what the Vikings were doing just a few weeks ago. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. But we do have the next preseason game to get into tonight against the Avalanche again at 8 p.m. So I'm going to keep that one in mind. It's going to be a pretty fun one to watch. But, of course, as you guys know, we have teamed up with the Minnesota Wild for the ETAB game, Let's Go Wild. You can play it today at your favorite Minnesota sports bar. It's a lot of fun. Try it out and let us know what you think. But in the meantime, we do have balls rolling on this game. We got that must go at $81.70. Minors over $300, majors over $2,000, and the mega sitting right at $10,000. We did pass it up though, but we do have a nice fishing report to get into, and I'll let you take it away while we're trying to win some money.
Oh, yeah, we're looking at the Detroit Lakes area lakes. This is by Explore Minnesota, recorded on September 23rd, 2022. Well, water temperatures are unseasonably warm in Detroit Lakes area lake. This week's cool down will restart the drop in water temperature. Walleye can be found in deeper waters, 22 to 32 feet, and the green weeds in the shallower waters. Most smallmouth bass are deep, but some are relating to shallow, hard bottom areas outside of the weeds. Largemouth bass remain shallow in the 3 to 12 feet of water, while crappies are coming from the outside of the cabbage weed edges. The big sucker minnow bite has not begun for muskie. For now, cast or troll artificial baits for the most musky action.
Awesome stuff, but we do have a winner. Drum Skeet, RJM, both splitting up the minor prize of $308, over 150 going to each of you. Nice win for the both of you. That's some awesome stuff. But on that note, that must go is going to be really nice going into this next game, so keep that in mind. But we are going to be taking a quick break. We'll see you in a sec.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome us back, I guess. And we only got about 30 seconds left to get into this next game. And we're going to show off a quick player picture before we hop in. And let's see who we got set up right now. And we got one player winning a jackpot with some other of his friends. Awesome stuff. Over 900 bucks on that one, and not too shabby.
Oh, yeah.
But of course, only a few seconds away from getting enrolled. And just a reminder that when you guys are playing Pilot Games, share those pictures with us. Whether you're taking pictures with a big jackpot like those people were, or if you're just taking a picture with you and your friends and family, having fun playing some Pilot Games, those are always good pictures too. You can send in any of those pictures by posting it on Facebook with the hashtag Pilot Games, or you can even message it into us on Facebook too, or you can email it directly to us at jackpots@pilotgames.com. All of those places are very, very good avenues to send in your pictures. But we do have $45 on the must-go prize, $114 on the minor, and 54 balls or less to win. That major is over $2,400, or actually just about at $2,400 and 50 balls or less to win. And that mega jackpot is at 10 grand and 45 balls or less to win too. So definitely some awesome stuff going on with that. But in the meantime, while we are trying to get at some of these prizes, we do have a little bit of Vikings news to get into, and I'll let you take it away.
Oh, yeah, we had the Vikings PFF grades from the best from week 3 versus the Lions. Starting us off, we got Ben Ellison starting with 93.1.
Awesome.
Christian Darrisaw is at an 89.4, and then we got Johnny Munn over with a 81.4.
Sweet.
What is most impressive is how well second-year left tackle Christian Darrisaw is at playing. On 47 pass blocking reps, Darrisaw allowed a staggering 0 pressures against the Lions.
Wow.
And more impressively, rookie second overall pick Aiden Hutchinson, who had 3 sacks last week against Washington.
That is insane. Definitely some awesome stuff going on right there. I mean, Christian Darrisaw's been playing out of his mind this season, so it's been really good to see. Finally, we have somebody that's competent on the offensive line and somebody that is even playing above that. 55 balls.
Dang.
Not quite getting it, but that is impressive in and of itself. Brother Nate over at Carboni's Pizza and Sports Bar taking away that must-go prize of $45 and 55 balls. If you had played even next game, you would have gotten that minor prize and 56 balls because that is what it is transferring over to now. That's great. That's happened a few times now. Yeah, that's interesting. But maybe we can break the curse, get this minor out in 56 balls or less to win. Why not? Might as well. Going into, I think this is going to be the second to last game, maybe the third to last game.
This is going to be game number 22.
Awesome stuff.
Wow.
Getting into the second to last game. Hopefully we can make something happen. If not, we do have the last game as our last resort chance. But that means, so it is going to be 56 balls for this game. If we don't give it out, it's going to be at 58 balls or less to win, which makes it pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
But, of course, we were talking about some Vikings players doing good, and some of the other good ratings that we had included Daniil Hunter being an 83.9, not too bad. Josh Metellus was an 82.7, and Zadarius Smith earned an 82.7 as well. The Vikings pass rushers overall played a great game against the Detroit Lions. The duo combined for 8 pressures and made life pretty difficult for Jared Goff. The real surprise was how well Josh Metellus was graded. He outsnapped rookie Lewis Cine 75-0 on defense and played extremely well. He grabbed the game-ending interception right after almost ending the game with the play prior. So, hey, back-to-back plays, you almost got to pick, and then you get to pick the very next play. I mean, like, that looks good. That looks really, really good. Yeah, so 100%. Other than that, not a whole lot going on. Just getting ready for the next game against the Saints.
Ooh,
That's
that
going
one's
to be
in London, right?
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. It's going to be at 8:30 in the morning.
Ooh.
So it's going to be a pretty early game, but hey, at least we'll be able to wake up and kind of like the game's already playing. That's pretty cool.
Imagine you gotta wake up to football playing.
That's pretty
That's
awesome.
gonna be awesome.
That's
That's
gonna-
first thing.
honestly-
I'm gonna wake up the second I'm up. Just turn it on.
That's right. That's right. Some nice morning TV for you guys. But of course, other than that, you can click the Sports Link app on our Player Connect app and fill in the e-tip board to get some extra PGL points. But let's just check in with the Vikings really quick, just to make sure we don't have any crazy breaking news we're missing out on. Let's take a look. We have some injury updates. Only 8 hours ago, so it happened
All
today.
right.
Let's take a look at what that's saying. Kevin O'Connell addressed the media Monday and said Smith has cleared the NFL's concussion protocol, so that's good. We can kind of ease him back into practice. That sounds awesome. Let's see. I mean, he's such a big part of the defense, so
Yeah.
it's kind of whenever he's gone, like we want him back ASAP. Let's see. Josh Metellus was the one who started in place of Harrison Smith against the Lions, and he ended up posting that really nice defensive grade.
Honestly, that makes me very almost like content
Yeah.
with how our depth is going for that position.
No, I agree. I mean, it's looking like we got talented players at every position and then some. So
Yeah.
it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice to see. But unfortunately, the situation wasn't really as clear with Dalvin Cook. The Vikings running back suffered a right shoulder subluxation during the third quarter of the win over the Lions and didn't end up returning to the game. After telling reporters that he would be ready to play against the Saints, O'Connell offered a more cautious approach. He's pretty sore today, but obviously it's something he's familiar with in his shoulder, O'Connell said. I think it's something that he's prepared to try to play with, while also knowing that we're going to do what's best for him to make sure that we can have as much as possible through the ins and outs of the rest of the season. Truly is a day-to-day thing, and we'll see how he deals with the management with it, but he wants to be out there with his teammates. And yeah, that's a pretty obvious, but other than that,
it's like, hey, he wants to play.
but it's like it's not looking good.
But if it's sore and it's continuing, there's no reason to just injure him further.
Exactly.
So-
Especially with such a good backup running back. I mean, it's like he's
Yeah.
going to be able to step out there and do pretty decent. Kevin O'Connell also said the cornerback Andrew Booth Jr. will return to practice this week as he deals with a quad injury. The second-round pick has yet to make his NFL debut.
Dang.
Yeah, so very interesting. Hopefully he can make his way back to the field as soon as possible, get his debut. That would be awesome to see. I would very much be excited to see that. But other than that, not too much else. Just kind of going on. So let's see. Oh, actually, former tight end Vincent Shineko remains only Vikings player ever born in England.
Wow.
There you go.
That's cool. As of 3 hours ago, so we still do not have any Vikings players
That's
from
true.
England, if you guys were wondering if
Still
that was
hasn't
outdated.
happened. That's right. That's right. Unless we sign somebody in the last few hours.
Oh, yeah.
Then that would be an issue. But, of course, we do have Bruce over at Hugo's Bowling Center taken away. That must go at $47.50. Nice job to you, Bruce. But other than that, not too much going on. Game against the Saints in England, 8:30 Sunday morning. Player Connect app, get on that sports link, try and get some extra PGL points. And, even though it was an ugly win, came out of it looking pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of good individual performances, too. So definitely a pretty good team win. But, of course, you guys know we have teamed up with the Minnesota Vikings for the E-Tab game, Vikings Victory. Pick out a letter in the skull bonus, and you can win some big prizes. But other than that, we do have the happy hour standings to get into. We'll get into them really quick just so you guys know where everybody's sitting at. Starting it off in 10th place, we got the three-way tie between Wolfstein, Crazy Kid, and Jay Surma. They're all in 10th place. 7th place is a three-way tie between Dustball75, Tesla, and Kirby, all in 7th place. 6th place, it is Lucky Ride. 5th is Chica. 4th is Billany. 3rd is Olars. 2nd is Brother Nate. And 1st place is still Funk. But, of course, we do have those locations to get into as well.
Oh, yeah. Kicking us off in 10th place, we got Dugout Bar and Grill Bethel. 8th place is a two-way tie between the Barrel House Bar and Cafe, Coon Rapids, and William McCoy's of Andover. In 7th, we have Carboni's Pizza and Sports Bar, Burnsville. 6th place is VFW Blaine. In 5th, we got Tasty Pizza Hangar 45 in Hilltop. 4th is American Legion Fridley. In 3rd place, we have VFW Spring Lake Park. 2nd is Onamia Vets Club. And in 1st is Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids.
Awesome stuff. Nice job to all the players and locations in the top 10 of the happy hour standings. Hopefully we'll be able to get those updated very soon so we can see all the crazy shakeups happening. But of course, those celebrity birthdays, we are going to get right into them. Starting it off in 1722, Samuel Adams, the American revolutionary, primarily known for going to the after party of the Boston Massacre. And he was also a politician, lieutenant governor of Massachusetts from 1789 to 94. Yeah, cool. That's right.
Beer's pretty all right.
Beer is pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Samuel, you didn't do too bad on that, to be
Yeah,
honest.
no, the cherry wheat, though, I could use a little work on.
100%. I don't know if I've ever had the cherry wheat. Is it pretty good?
It's not my favorite.
It's like
out of them.
is it very cherry?
It's not.
Okay, okay.
I don't know what it is.
It's more light beer than
But,
anything.
like, I haven't had it in, like, a couple of years, though. So, taste might have changed. I'm going to have to give it another shot. Every time I see it, I'm like, you know, I like the Sam Adams, like, the variety packs they have of them. But it's usually just the one I skip over.
Gotcha. Interesting. Yeah, I always see advertisements about their flavors and stuff. I don't think I've really had any of their flavored ones, though.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. The cherry wheat, it wasn't.
It's
It
kind of the
wasn't
weakest
great.
link.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
probably.
Gotcha. Well, hey, happy birthday to you anyway, Samuel Adams. But up next, we got 1934, Greg Morris, American actor known for Mission Impossible. Happy birthday to you, Greg. 1939, Kathy Whitworth, American golfer, 7-time LGPA Player of the Year. 6 major titles and a record 88 LGPA Tour wins. That's
Wow.
impressive. That
That's
is really
nuts.
crazy. Yeah, hey, happy birthday to you, Kathy Whitworth. That's like the Michael Jordan of golfing. That's insane.
Really is.
7-time Player of the Year. That's very, very impressive.
6 major titles.
100%.
Yeah, dang.
That's literally Michael Jordan. Yeah. At this point, like, hey, Kathy, you are quite literally the Michael Jordan
the
of
greatest.
the LGPA. But up next, 1949, Mike Schmidt, American Baseball Hall of Fame third baseman, World Series MVP in 1980, NL MVP in 1980 to 81, and 86. Was a 12-time MLB All-Star, 10-time Gold Glove winner, primarily played with the Philadelphia Phillies.
Nah, yeah.
That's awesome.
I love the Phillies mascot.
Yeah, the
That
green
green thing.
monster dude.
Yeah.
No, it is a funny one.
He's a highlight.
Yep, no, 100%. He's definitely one of the classic ones.
Oh yeah.
But in 1972, Gwyneth Paltrow was born, American actress known for Paul Bearer, Emma, and Hard 8. Happy birthday to you, Gwyneth Paltrow. Up next, in 1984, Avril Lavigne, Canadian singer-songwriter, known for Complicated and Skater Boy, of course.
It's always I always like seeing a Canadian singer-songwriter. I feel like I try and like memorize it as often as possible now,
100%.
just so I can remember. I'm like, yes, these were indeed a Canadian band.
That's right.
Good
That's
to
right.
know.
So, hey, happy birthday to you, Avril Lavigne. Definitely a very iconic singer-songwriter. But we do have a must-go winner, or actually a minor jackpot winner, Schlee, over at Boondocks in Otsego, taking away the last prize of the day. $238 going to Schlee. Not too shabby on that one, Schlee. But we are going to get into the last game of the broadcast, Lucky 4 Bingo, and also the last chance at Lucky 4 Bingo today. So keep that in mind. We can get a chance at the mega, major, and mini jackpots, all available on this one since they did not give out on the first game. But we have a little bit of Timberwolves stuff to talk about. Anthony Edwards looking really crazy. He's looking, just potentially way better than last year. He also gained a lot of muscle too, so that's pretty cool.
Oh, that's gonna be a good one to see.
Yeah, 100%. Jaden
Did James Harden
McDaniels.
actually lose 100 pounds?
I feel like he's probably making an exaggeration. I feel like it was probably much less than 100 pounds.
Okay.
Because I don't think he weighed that much in the first place.
I was gonna say that'd be like I was a little concerned because I
Yeah.
looked at him. I was like, do you have 100 pounds of mass to lose without actually
Exactly.
losing like muscle mass as well?
For some reason, people like to make fun of him for looking overweight sometimes, but like the dude is a professional athlete in the
He's a
NBA.
professional athlete with like
Yeah.
a monster gladiator beard half the time.
Yeah. I think the dude knows how to stay in shape well enough.
No,
like,
like,
he's one
it-
of the best offensive players of
And
this
like
past
the dude
decade.
might not have abs, but I mean, look at the Mountain has abs, and
Yeah.
he's got like a.
Exactly.
You can say like, oh
Well,
yeah,
the
you're
mountain
like
is
out
like,
of shape.
The
but-
mountain is like perfectly in shape. Like he
Yeah.
is like the dude has his body down to a science.
to the point where it's like, okay, yeah, I'm out of shape. You lift this literal like stone of Atlas on your
Yeah,
shoulders.
the dude went from breaking Viking legends to go into boxing.
Yeah.
Like he literally made that transition within like a year. He went from like weighing the most he's ever weighed to weighing the least he's ever weighed. Like it was insane, and he was still like a giant. Like he
he
was still
seriously
cut.
like understands his own body to a science that I don't think the rest of us really do.
Man, I got
Or like to the like the average human at least. Like
Yeah.
maybe other people in like bodybuilding and stuff, they can definitely get there, but
no, it was insane.
he knows exactly what he's doing. Look at that.
120 pounds was
Is
the
that what he's
difference.
looking like for boxing?
Yeah, this was what he was looking like for boxing.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, the dude is cut. Like he lost a ton of weight. Yeah.
I had seen him with this. I don't want to say it, but like
He has
form.
shredded abs.
Do you see his?
No, and by the way, he's still 6'8". Like the dude is like
Look at
gigantic.
his traps.
Yeah, no, the dude is gigantic.
They directly build from his collar to his neck.
No, he's
It
straight
goes
up.
all the way to like the base of his head.
He's a
Wow.
Viking. He is straight up a Viking.
Those could stop bullets.
Yeah, no, he's ridiculous, dude. He's funny. No, but
Wow.
it's funny because his girlfriend or his wife, I think, is like I think 5 foot.
Yeah.
It's like literally like, but she's a fitness influencer too, I think. And it's hilarious because like they will take pictures of like him just with his torso and like the top of her head is in the picture. It's so funny. But
Aw,
of course,
man.
we are rolling into this last game of the broadcast, and Timberwolves news to just end it. It's looking pretty good. The
Oh,
team
yeah.
is looking great. We have top 3, top 25 players, so I mean it's looking
Yeah.
nice in that way. But of course, first game of the preseason against the Heat, 6:30, October 4th.
Oh, yeah.
Other than that, Sweet Home Alabama came out on this day in history for movies. Rush and Abominable also came out.
I don't think I knew any of those.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I wonder if Rush was a movie about Rush, but I feel like it's not.
I feel like it might be like a bank heist movie.
Yeah.
But we do have players one ball away from the must-go prize, getting pretty close to the end of this game. But Sweet Home Alabama, for some reason, I feel like I might recognize that movie. We do have TC Blue over at Wild Bill Sports Saloon taking away that must-go prize. Nice job to you, TC Blue. And our 4 lucky numbers are 3, 5, 74, and 75.
Oh, yeah, definitely some awesome stuff.
Let's see the movie. I want to see the movie really quick. So Sweet Home Alabama movie. Reese Witherspoon, Patrick Dempsey. That's pretty big.
Yeah.
Interesting. What is it even about? Okay. Oh, it's a rom-com. Okay, I gotcha. So there's like big city girl meets small town dude, and she's like, oh, maybe the small town is just as good as the big city.
Wow, it's like a Hallmark movie.
Yeah, exactly. It probably is, to be honest. But of course, we do have 3 minutes and 30 seconds left to get into this first game of Skull Bingo for the rest of the night, and of course to transition at about 6:40 into some awesome MegaSota game night action. So keep that in mind. But we do have an awesome player spotlight to get into. I'll let you take it away.
Oh, yeah, we're currently spotlighting Shindell, who's playing over at Mr. Jim's Folly when they took home a jackpot of $10,000. And everyone who plays over at Mr. Jim's Folly supports the amazing charity, the St. Cloud Boxing and Wrestling Club. And their mission statement is to play, have fun, and to learn. Definitely a very important thing to keep in mind that you guys are always supporting these awesome charities. Just keep in mind as you guys get enrolled into these games of Skull Bingo and this MegaSota game night, that when you guys play pilot games, your community wins.
That's right. Have a nice night, everybody.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53
balls.
Woo!